How's it going, guys? It's the Pixelated Pumpkin, and today we're at Party City for the Halloween 2024 season. Take a look at all these deals they got going on. Anyways, let's get into all the decorations. Here we have Dr. Payne's Curious Oddities. Unfortunately, they don't have Dr. Payne, but they do have two animatronics. Here's the skill crane. Go ahead, push the button.
Seekers, prepare to be mesmerized by the prizes within. Try to win if you dare. And let your nightmares claw their way to the surface.
That is a great one. My second favorite from Party City this year, the skill or kill crane. We'll do them again. I love the moving claw at the top. That is so cool.
Welcome, welcome! Summon your courage and test your skill. Are you ready to reach into the unknown and grab a prize?
That's a good jump
reach
scare.
Inside. Just mind your fingers. He's taken a few today already.
Absolutely love it. Such a great one for real. Honestly, they're second best this year in my opinion. I know that's probably a pretty, I wouldn't say it's a hot take. I think a lot of people like this one. Here we have some cutouts now. We got Chucky, Jack and Sally, Michael Myers. We got Roddy Scotty. I haven't seen this guy in a long time, but he is a cool one for sure too. Let's see if Hacking Heidi is working. Come on, no. Oh wait, step pad. Here we go. Didn't see that. There she goes.
When I saw what she had done, I thought that looks like
Shove the hair out of the way. You gotta look at her face there. I do like Hacking Heidi now. I did not like her initially, but honestly, she's grown on me quite a bit. Still not the best, so I still wish she swung the axe forward. And I know for a fact that's originally what they were intending to do, but they didn't want to get sued, I'm guessing, but I guarantee that's the truth. We'll do it again. She's a tall one too if you count the axe. She's a good height. Very cool. Only $112 for her. Everything's on sale now, which is cool. Same with the skill crane. I believe this is normally $200. It has a very odd price now. Here we have this foldable coffin, and then inside you have the skeleton. That is pretty cool inside there. We have a ton of massive cauldrons here now. Take a look at this. That's a lot. Let's see the prices on those. So the biggest one is $30, which I'm guessing are these ones right here. And then you also have some cheaper options like the 16-inch and the 12-inch coffin, and then the 8-inch is only $5. So these are definitely the 8-inch ones, and I guess, I don't see any of the other ones. You got like these pails here though, but I don't know if those count. Here you could take a look at the animatronics they don't have set up, unfortunately, like Dr. Payne, Cthulhu, and the Terrifier ones. Here we have some of the other animatronics they don't unfortunately have set up. You got Embers, Rattles, Brambles, I guess they call the drop-down scarecrow now. Hacking Heidi we just saw over there, and then you have the Contaminated Kid. I really wanted to see him again, but he's definitely a cool one. Same with Dr. Payne too. I wish I could have seen him one last time, but I did get to see all of these back in June, so it's been a while. It's like basically the end of October now. I'm getting to my Party City, but here they have a Dr. Payne in box. Let's see what they have in box. Dr. Payne, he's a pretty rare one now. You have a bunch of two skill cranes here, and then we have two of these 10-foot witches, I guess. Yeah, the 10-foot witch, just a standard SVI prop, but you got the actual Party City ones right here. Pretty cool stuff, especially Dr. Payne. $325 is pretty pricey, but honestly, such an awesome one. I do want to see him in person again, but I don't think that's going to happen this year, unfortunately. Here we have some candy bowls now. Pretty cool, just electrifies, and you have some standard ones. We have this little spooky tree balloon, pretty cool. We have a whole bunch of trick-or-treat bags over here. All pretty awesome. Here we have Shelly the Disco Skelly, $200, and it looks like they have 3 of them. These are awesome. Look at how many disco tiles are on this entire thing. I believe it takes 8 days to make just one of these, which is crazy. And if you want something a little bit smaller and a little bit cheaper, you have the Baby Skelly, which is just as cool in my opinion. Here we have a whole bunch of Halloween balloons here. I do like this very reflective skeleton. That is certainly cool. And they go down all the way down there. We'll take a look at all of them. We have this super reflective ghost as well. Some pumpkins, like a spider web wreath almost. Another spooky tree. And my favorite, probably this pumpkin wraith guy. Really cool. We have this big hanging dude here. I always love the massive hangers. This one's certainly cool. Here we have some tabletops and lighting. Take a look at this awesome holographic pumpkin. Wow, that's like an infinity effect. That's really cool. Then we got this bat sign, which lights up in the back. That's awesome. Only 15 bucks. That is tempting. That is very tempting, let me tell you. Maybe at the 50% off sale, but that is a cool one for sure. Here we have just like a standard pumpkin. They have that like pretty much every year. We got this misting pumpkin. Cool. Then we got this flaming pumpkin light, which is nice. Some strobe lights. We have a big molten flaming pumpkin. There he goes. This has been sold for a couple years now. It looks like the flaming effect is broken on this one, unfortunately, but I do love the lava basically seeping through this guy's outer shell. How cool is that? And we got some more lights, some black lights, some huge black lights, and even some inflatables. Take a look at that. I did not know Party City had inflatables this year. That's pretty cool. We have even more and more lighting options here. We got, what's this? Jack Skellington.
What I do, I am the best.
There you go. I don't want to get copyrighted. Then we just got some pumpkins. He just sings the Monster Mash. Pretty cool string lights there. Then we got some spotlights of a whole bunch of different varieties. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And we even have a neon waving skeleton sign. That is awesome. Here we have some more party stuff, just some banners and stuff. I guess you see a whole bunch of party supplies here. And there you go. Down here we got some little horror babies. Here's Annabelle back there. I believe her eyes are supposed to light up. And then I guess we'll take a look at my favorite, Michael Myers. And he's not working. Let's try turning him on like this. Oh, he's been on. He missed it. Oh wait, there he goes. There he goes. Baby Michael Myers. Terrifying little bugger, isn't he? I do like that a lot. That is an awesome tabletop. I always have like that one. And we just got some more party stuff. I will move through this stuff relatively quickly here. Some ghost face masks. This is a nice one. It's made out of like that classic vinyl material they do have, not like the shiny crap that I have. Unfortunately, I would like a more matte version like that. Just some costumes, a bunch of horror movie costumes. Ooh, look at that guy. I think he's a real serial killer himself. He looks like one. And here we just got some more. Got some awesome decorations down here. Look at this statue. That is so creepy looking. Absolutely awesome. Take a look at this two-headed bat statue. I did not know Party City had this. That's good, solid material too. That is actually incredible. And take a look at this moth with the eyes. That is just gross. We got these changing paintings. You go from a zombie to a Wendigo, I guess. I don't know, that's a weird one. The eye kind of follows you. I don't know really how well that effect works, but it's certainly gross looking. It's like a heart, an upside down heart with an eye in it. That's awesome. And we got this like moth that like flaps its wings. That's pretty cool. Take a look at this like snake table cover. That's cool. A whole bunch of like Wendigo snake theme stuff. That is awesome. Take a look at this little pumpkin carving tower they have. Look at all this stuff. How cool is this? Take a look at this. It's like almost like a neon sign that you could put in there. That's awesome. You have the one that just lights up. Cool stuff here. You got a whole bunch of tools to cut with. Those are all awesome. On this side we have some more accessories and such. Yeah, I like this little pumpkin carving block they have at the top though. And the next one we have cobwebs. Take a look at all of these spider webs. That is so many spider webs. Here we have our critters section with a whole bunch of skeletons and spiders. Take a look at these fuzzy spiders here. We got these centipedes, some tiny little snakes, a whole bunch of skeleton animals and such. Just a whole lot of like critters and crawlies. Look at this frog. They even got a frog. Then we got these little skeletons here. We have some skeleton dogs and rats. Those are all really cool. We got a bird skeleton down there. We got some Harry Potter merchandise here. We got the book. That is pretty cool. Some wands, the Quidditch ball, some Nightmare Before Christmas stuff over here. This is all pretty cool. Some tablecloths, a lot of party supplies. I guess that's why they call it Party City. And some more trick-or-treat buckets. And even some skull drink dispensers here. That's cool. Here's some more skeletons. We got your standard life-size posable skeleton. And then we got Roddy Scotty, of course. Roddy Scotty is a good one. The bones section, we got some little skeletons, and you got these neon skeletons. I'm a big fan of the orange one for sure, and the green one too. And not as much with the pink, but the orange one looks certainly awesome. Here we have a whole bunch of horror movie masks now. Take a look at Leatherface, all Trick or Treat Studios, I should add. Then we got a Rob Zombie, Halloween 2, Michael Myers. My favorite Halloween movie, Halloween 3. We got The Witch. We got Sam from Trick or Treat. We got the hammer from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the glove, Freddy's glove. You got two versions. And we have the standard classic Michael Myers. Look at this little Ghostbusters display they got going on. That is really cool. You just have a whole bunch of costumes, but I really like the Slimer up there. And you got the Ghostbusters logo, of course. That is really cool. Here we have a whole bunch of hanging decor now. You got these, what are these? Gargoyles. And we got just a classic little Ghost Reaper. I like the clown. I think the clown is new or maybe a few years old at this point, but I haven't seen it yet. I do like how it looks though. That's probably my favorite one they got here right now. Then we have some more stuff over here. We got these little vultures. These animate, I believe. Yes, they do. I believe they've had this for a couple years now. Certainly not a bad one. I do like it. Cool little tabletop for sure. On this side, we got some bigger hanging items. Here's my favorite hanging item they have, the Techie Toys pumpkin guy. I love the lights.
The spirits that live in this house, they do not take kindly to visitors.
Classic Techie hanging item right here. It's been sold for a couple of years now. I love the voice and I love the lighting too. We'll do them one more time.
You do not belong here. This is the house of the dead.
Awesome. Here's Oogie Boogie, a big hanging Oogie Boogie. That's pretty cool. We got this bride thing. Just lights up, sorta. And then that guy had his head caved in. I'll try the one behind him. There you go. It's alright. I like how it's completely hidden though until it lights up. Then we got this big skeleton. A skeleton gargoyle demon type thing. That's cool. We got this creepy lady. Here are a whole bunch of tombstones now. Take a look at all of these. We got this Judith Myers one with Michael over it. That is awesome. We got this little pumpkin thing here. Take a look at all this yard stuff. This is all pretty cool. Just pretty standard Halloween stuff. This tombstone's a classic. I have it. It's been sold for quite literally years now. Probably almost like half a decade or a decade at this point. Then we got, ooh, this is new, I believe. Here's what's like, it looks much better in the stock photo there, but it looks pretty cool in real life still, and it does light up. Then you have this one too with almost a Avenged Sevenfold Death Bat looking one right there. That's cool. Again, looks much better in that stock photo. And we got this big tombstone, pretty tall one. That's cool. Here we have the weapons section now, and you got a whole bunch. You got this massive wizard staff, that's cool. God of War axe, whole bunch of axes. Oh, you even have a gun? That's crazy. Big pair of scissors up there, some medieval type looking stuff. All really cool. Got some more weapons on this side. Look at the jester staff, that is cool. We have some cool Halloween shirts over here. Look at this button up. I really like that. 30 bucks, a little pricey, but honestly, considering it right now, I think I'd look good in this. Here we have some more shirts and stuff. On this side, we got this Michael Myers one, Chucky. We got some superhero ones. I do like these completely original shirts they have. I don't know if they're as good as the Spirit Halloween ones. Spirit Halloween typically has a lot more licenses and stuff, but these are still pretty cool. There's a whole bunch of little standing guys now. These are all pretty cool. You got Jack and Sally, these witch ones. You have these creepy girl ones. These are good just to put at your doorstep or somewhere in your yard. Just a nice little filler, I guess, if you're doing like a graveyard or some sort of other scene. Here is the mask section now, and hot take, their mask section is much better than Spirit Halloween's. They have so much more scary looking stuff. We'll start at the end over here. We have this Plague Doctor. We have this vintage mask. We have this Night Fiend one, which I do have. We have this massive Mega Zombie. I do have this as well. Thank you to Party City for giving it to me 2 years ago. Here we have this cool spiky looking one. Take a look at the pizza one up there. That is awesome. We have like this Trick or Treat Sam almost rip off one right there. We got this, I guess, vampire ghoul type thing from Zagoni. A lot of Zagoni stuff here. Look at this giant jester, and oh wow, that is an awesome, awesome alien mask. Take a look at this pig mask. That is awesome, along with this one. I guess it's like a badger or something. I like this Frankenstein one a lot. Take a look at the mummy one up there. That one's really cool. Got a Purge one, Pennywise. Who's that? Scar from what's the movie? I'm completely blanking. This is awful. We'll come back to that one. It's a Disney movie. I know that. The Lion King. I'm an absolute idiot. The Lion King. Here we have the Hellhound. This one's really cool. I do have that. Here we got the Werewolf, classic. Krampus. This Wendigo looking one. This vintage skull. We got this big zombie ghost guy. Pretty cool, very fat. We got this disco skull. This one's $30, which is understandable because of how many individual little tiles there are in there. That's so cool though. We got some more masks up here. We got this rat, apocalypse looking one. We got this like goat demon. We got the Dark Harvest, an absolute classic. I basically wear that every single Halloween since I got it. Here we got some more just, you know, classic ghouls. I like this radioactive one. This is one of my favorite jack-o'-lantern masks of all time. I absolutely love the face on it. It's like a perfect classic jack-o'-lantern. I do like the EL wires as well. Take a look at this awesome vampire one. Watch what it does. I will hold down the button there. The blood drips down. That is so cool. That is probably the coolest plastic vacuform mask I've ever seen with the lighting. That is so cool. Just drips down. That is seriously awesome. Here we have the lab bunny. This is absolutely gross. Look at the finger in its mouth. That is crazy scary looking. I love that mask too. It's another good one. Here we got this clown. Pretty cool. The vampire's still going. That is an awesome, awesome mask. Everything else here is pretty cool too. We got this EL wire clown. And what does this one do? Sort of the same thing, definitely not as cool as the vampire though. Almost missed this. This looks scary as hell. I'm sure the audio is very scary as well.
Peekaboo! Happy Halloween!
How's it going, guys? It's the Pixelated Pumpkin, and today we are at Home Depot for the Halloween 2024 season. As you can see, they have literally everything. I'm so excited to see all this stuff. So many incredible animatronics this year. Too many to count, but let's get started. There's absolutely no time to waste. Let's start off with Frankenstein's monster. Wow, look at those eyes. That is incredible. He is very tall in person too. Wow. Do him again. Now that is certainly awesome, but I don't know how much he looks like Boris Karloff. It really isn't the best face sculpt, I can't lie. I think it could have been better, could have been more accurate, but still, it looks really, really cool. Absolutely awesome servo animatronic. Next up, we have this massive spilling cauldron. That is enormous in person, way bigger than I thought it'd be. Look at that. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. I love that. You know, I didn't think I liked this cauldron very much, but it is so big in person. I love the skulls you have boiling and bubbling in there. Gnarly. All right, let's take a look at the Gravedigger here.
Some years ago on a night just like tonight, I hear the dead rose up from these graves around here. There's one now, trying to claw his way to the surface. I'll see if I can move him halfway.
Looks like the shovel isn't moving. I still like the original one from 2020 the best. Absolutely my favorite animatronic, at least my favorite Home Depot one, but this one is still pretty cool. I do like the owl on the shoulder. Next up, we have this marionette witch.
In the darkest of night, I gave more power.
You know what? I don't hate this one. I can't believe I'm saying it, but it's actually not bad. I actually really like the lighting on it. That's the coolest part to me. That's pretty cool. Here we got the spell casting witch behind it.
The witching hour is here. And there's nothing to be afraid of. Except for me.
That's actually very weak in person. I thought it'd be a little bit more intense, but take a look at the eye.
Now you
That's
come
cool.
over here. I'm sure you taste much better when you're afraid.
Wow. I don't know what to think. The two witches here, they're not terrible actually. I like them better than I thought I would for sure. Especially this marionette one. It's actually not bad. I really like the hand-carved sort of look it has, like the wood-carved look. Honestly, better than Bobby Strings? Possibly. I'm not gonna give you a definitive answer on that, but possibly better than Bobby Strings in my opinion. And only $100 too, so not terrible. Not a terrible price at all for that. Now here we have my absolutely favorite. Oh my god, this guy is enormous and incredible and everything I could have ever hoped for in person. We have the 12-foot Reaper. Oh man, this store is not set up that great, but yeah, his head is unfortunately not moving and working, but I love the lighting. The lighting is incredible. $300 for that guy. It's so tempting. It really is, but I think I have enough animatronics. Wow, I'll back up all the way. 12 feet tall, an absolute monster. I really wish the head and mouth were working, but it is what it is. That scythe is so crazy in person. Honestly, the scythe is crazier than the Reaper, but the Reaper is still awesome. Let's do him one more time. I love the fade in of the color. It's so cool. Oh my god, this guy is enormous. Enormous a person. I can't even describe how big he is. Too big? No. There's no such thing as too big. Wow, look at this. The scythe is so cool. I really love the orange and red color. Like, I know you could set it a specific color. It doesn't have to be constantly changing. Still, that is so cool. Here we have the classic 12-foot skeleton. I'll back up to get a look at this guy for you. He's just the classic standalone 12-foot skeleton. Nothing special to him, just a giant skeleton. Never been the biggest fan of this one. I think they did a much better job with the Reaper over here, but still really cool. And here we have his new best friend for this year, the 12-foot Skelly's dog, or the 7-foot Skelly's dog. I have to say, or 7 feet wide, I mean, sorry, not 7 feet tall. It's a little bit shorter than I thought he'd be in person. Doesn't have that big presence I was really hoping for. It's definitely big though. Doesn't look like the eyes are working. Take a look at the mouth though. That is cool. Opens it up all the way, closes it. That is cool. How you can pose that. The bone ears. I don't think ears are supposed to be solid bone, but still a cool design overall. It's pretty wide for sure. Take a look at that. It's definitely pretty wide. Here we have the Sitter of Souls over here. She's not, yeah, she's not gonna work. But take a look at the little pumpkin head doll she's holding. I've always liked that aspect of her. Pretty decent. And now here is the giant 8-foot skull stack. I do like this one a lot. I like it better than the new pumpkin one. I can't say I'm a big fan of these new pumpkin ones. We'll get to that in a little bit though. But yeah, here are the 8-foot skulls. I've always liked this one for sure. Definitely really cool. And here we have the ultra posable corpse skeleton. All right, well that is it for this massive section of animatronics. Unfortunately, they were missing one, being my second favorite, the Jack of Spades. Very sad he's not here, but oh well. I have to say the Frankenstein is awesome in person. I like it a little bit better than I did before. And of course, the Reaper. Oh my god, that guy is crazy. Moving on over, we have some more exciting animatronics now, I want to say. Let's start with the Plague Doctor. And he's not working. Very unfortunate, but he does rock this bird staff back and forth. And he does turn from side to side as well. Honestly, yeah, I'm not a big fan of this Plague Doctor. I think the clothing is crazy though. I love the little bag he has. I mean, like, was that even necessary to include? It's still cool though. Same with the belt. I do like the bird staff quite a bit too. Very cool. Plague Doctor mask is alright. Again, not vibing with the EL wires. That's the only point of this design I don't understand. Here we have my other favorite, probably my third favorite from the year, being the Fear Valley Wolf. Wow, that is scary. Oh my god, that is so awesome. Let's do it again. The tongue. Awesome. There's the tail wagging. Oh, the ears too. That is so cool. Do it one more time. Huge she was. Look at that. That is so gross. Awesome. Absolutely love it. Here we have the 8-foot pumpkin stack. Brand new for this year. It's alright. I like the older one better. Definitely. But this new one is a welcome addition, I suppose. I'll back up all the way so you get a better look. Cool. Very cool. Very classic Halloween. Definitely a bigger fan of the OG one though. Here we have the most impressive prop from Home Depot this year, being the Knight Dullahan. Hey, there he goes. Oh, the head of the horse. I gotta get in here, get a closer look for you guys. Wow.
It is your instinct warning you that you should not be here, and that you were about to be hunted. Fortunately for you, I'll give you a running start. I do enjoy the chase and earning my trophies. Here I come.
Alright, that is seriously impressive. Honestly, I like him a lot better in person. He's so huge. It's just standing next to him is sheer size. There he goes again. Incredible. Absolutely massive. You try to back up here. Let's get a good look. It's a little bit hard to get it here, like this. There we go. Crazy. Look at the legs just basically suspending in air. It's crazy how they managed to work the entire thing into the horse itself. The Knight Dullahan is definitely a scary and awesome one. Very unfortunate, but no Chucky. I assume he got swiped immediately. Anyways, here is the Victorian vampire. So cool looking. Honestly, short in person. Yeah, I hate to say it, but it is not as tall as I thought it'd be. I guess he is 7 feet tall. I don't know. He doesn't feel 7 feet though. Let's turn him on. It's the guy from SpongeBob. I like the teeth. Ow, yeah, it's plastic. Dangerous. Very cool. Let's do him again.
Doth not the very word conjure breath and moonlight? Life shall fade.
Love the costume. Love the
As I
costume.
suffer for your blood.
Yeah, the teeth are made of plastic, which I think was definitely the right way to go. Makes the vampire teeth a lot more threatening. Wish there was blood on it though. Really wish there was blood, but definitely a cool one. I love how the white of his eyes are black. That's definitely a creepy detail for sure. Here is the Trickster Trio stack. Definitely a great clown offering. Let's see what he does. Or let's see what they do, I should say. There's 3 of them. Try to get a better angle.
Candy, both of you quiet down. Don't make me whack you again. We need to find some trick-or-treaters and steal their delicious candy. Ah, yes. The sound
Here's
of
the one at the bottom.
screaming children is like music.
Yeah, they got a long
to my
phrase.
ears.
Guess they all say a little something.
I like the sound of the candy wrappers opening. Look, there's a trick-or-treater right there. Here's your candy.
I actually really like that. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think this is one of their best props this year. That is really cool. Wow, that's actually awesome. We'll do it one more time.
It's the perfect night for some serious fun.
Love how the hammer moves at the top too.
Candy, both of you quiet down. Don't make me whack you again.
They only have one phrase. I guess it's a long one. Maybe they have their own individual ones when you actually take them apart, because yeah, these do come apart, if you weren't aware of that fact.
Ah, yes. The sound of screaming
That sucks. I thought they would have
children
more.
is like music to my
They're still cool though. I still actually really like these guys. I have to be honest.
I like the sound of the candy wrappers opening.
Look, you know, maybe it's not fair for me hating on every Spirit Halloween clown that gets released, but I like the Home Depot ones. Considering this is a goofy one, but I feel like the Spirit Halloween ones are trying to be more scary, and they just fail in that regard. This is obviously not trying to be too scary, so I definitely accept it for what it is. Really cool though. I love the concept. They did a good job here for sure. Here we have the Murderous Maple. This is another one of my favorites. Let's see what he does. Oh, wow. I love the lighting. Absolutely awesome. Just a classic spooky tree. One of the best there is. I love the face. The face is definitely what carries it for me here. Really cool. Let's try a different color maybe. Yeah, there you go. Blue. I like the purple a lot. With the big tree arms, 9 feet tall. This one feels huge. This one is huge. I shouldn't even say it feels huge. It is huge. Definitely a bit pricey though for static, but this is like, yeah, that's good plastic. You're definitely getting your money's worth in terms of the quality. Here's the red one. I'll try to back up, give you the best view possible. There you go. The Murderous Maple, changing colors. That's cool. Yeah, you know, like, here's the thing. I would definitely, like, say, if you're gonna get one, buy a whole bunch, set them all up in your yard, like, make a haunted forest or whatever, but it's just too expensive to do that. So one on its own would look kind of weird unless you, like, build a scene around it, but I still think a lot of people are gonna go for this one this year. I also love the little jack-o'-lantern faces basically carved into the tree here. Such a cool detail, so smart. Home Depot is killing it. And here we have the main man himself, Captain Cuts, but here is the issue with this guy. His head is not plugged in, so he won't be blinking or moving his eyes, but let's just take a look at him regardless. Yeah, dude, that sucks. They really couldn't just plug in one more plug to have his head working. The animation, he's big in person too. Wow, such a cool one. Only 250 bucks. I have to say it's worth it. We'll do one more time. There he goes again. Super detailed, super detailed. The clothing's great. I love the little bird on his shoulder too, the little parrot. That's well detailed as well, wow. Yeah, dude, so lifelike. I mean, the face, the latex, it feels like really good quality. It's very stretchy. Really cool, really cool. That's it for all these animatronics over here. Let's take a look at all the tabletops. Here we have some inflatables and stuff back here. I like the mouse on the dude's shoulder. Not sure why the mouse is there, but cool. And there you have the pumpkin archway, the jack-o'-lanterns. That is awesome. I would love to have that, but I don't know. Too expensive. Really don't have a use for it either. We got some of these mice blow molds. The dog, the pirate dog. That's cute. Oh, little poodle. Here you have some of these glow bright things, I think they're called. They're kind of weird.
Now, the first thing we gotta do is get
That looks terrible in person. That's not as bad. I don't think, it just doesn't work for me. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I have Beetlejuice now too. That looks awful. They messed up on his face. The other ones have cool faces. That just looks stupid. Look at this. I guess it's like a chocolate bunny that has a skeleton inside of it. That's hilarious. Oh, here we got this teddy bear. What's he gonna do? That is the least threatening face. I think this one's more creepy than what was underneath. That looks so stupid looking. We got this dog. What does this dog do? Is it a try-me? I don't know. I don't see a try-me on this dog here, but it is made of like latex. Obviously, it must like jiggle around or something, I assume. Here we have this. Wow, this guy's huge. Oh, whoa. What's he doing? Oh, wow. That's actually pretty cool. He's way too big though. It's so, oh my god, way too bright as well. That's like a laser to the eyes. Wow, we got everything going off now. What does this one do? I assume it rips the head off. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be working. We got the rocking horse. I have like a red version of this. Like the girl's wearing like a red dress. Alright, pretty good tabletops, I guess. I'm kind of disappointed we didn't get to see what the dog does. But this guy here is cool. Really big, though. Like, it's huge. So, I'm not sure how you're going to work that as a tabletop. Here we got some boxes for stuff. The cauldrons. Cool. Here we have this skull. Let's see what this does. It's a little bit too big to be a human skull. I don't know. This one's weird. Here we have some of the pumpkins now, one of my favorite sections. Look at this. That is cool. I think that's supposed to be the 12-foot Reaper. That's awesome. Then we got a haunted house one as well. I really want to see what these look like completely in the dark. I feel like that'd be cool to see. Here we have the classic talking pumpkin from Jemmy. Is this gonna work? There we go. I have this. My paint job is a lot worse than this one though. My paint job on mine is unfortunately a lot worse. This is like really dark, which is cool, but we'll do it again.
Oh, you don't look so well. Are you part of the living dead?
I really like this thing. Glad to own one. Here we just got some flickering pumpkins. They're all out of batteries, of course. People have been activating them nonstop, I'm sure. Then we have some plug-in ones at the top. These are just, you know, reusable pumpkins, basically. I just say carve your own, though. Here we got some big pumpkins down here. Come on. All of them are dead. All of them are dead. That sucks. These look cool, though. I do like the face on it. You got this demon pumpkin. That is cool. We got one with some bad acne on it, it looks like. Please work. No, of course not. I actually really like the face on this one, though. I really like that. Cool, 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 cool. Look at this massive stitched face pumpkin. Well, the small one? No, come on. No, none of these work. I'm sorry, guys. This is probably a crappy store tour. Nothing's working, but they're still cool. I'm guessing it'll, like, flame, maybe. There's, like, a plastic film behind it. Maybe just a flicker. I'm not sure, but look at that. Still really cool looking. Here we have a whole bunch of 3-foot characters now. Here's the 3-foot Inferno pumpkin skeleton. I was really hoping they would send me one of these in a PR box, but Home Depot did not follow through with anything like that this year. I still kind of want this guy though, because it will look really good with my, because I do have this, it'll look good where I have them set up, but yeah, I don't know, 40 bucks is just gonna be too much for me for something like that. Not even animated. Yeah, sorry guys. Here we just have some crows, some just classic skeleton animals. I'm not gonna demo any of them. Kind of in a time crunch here, the store's about to close. This snake is cool. All right, I'll demo the snake. Oh, it makes sound, that's cool. This cat makes sound as well, as you can see. And then we got another one of these chocolate bunnies, I guess. I don't know if it's supposed to be chocolate, it kind of looks like it. That's cool though. We got the classic skeleton wolf. These have been sold for so many years now. And here we have some of the bigger 3-foot characters. Massive, massive bird. I mean, absolutely enormous. Kind of stupid looking because birds aren't supposed to be that big, but also kind of scary because why would a bird be that big? It's too big, it's scary looking. Here we have this, I want to say Springtrap. Yeah, they definitely stole either Springtrap or Glitch Trap from Five Nights at Freddy's right here. Yeah, if you're a FNAF fan, I think that's definitely what they're playing to with that. Or it could just be a scary Easter bunny, but just the color scheme, yeah, I think they knew what they were doing with this one. Still really cool though. I definitely like the skull faces on the carrots though. Awesome. Here we have this 3-foot right here. Let's try to get her to activate. Is there a try me? Dead. Behind it. No, not working either. This one worked. Oh, third time is the charm.
Can you please help me? I fell down and hurt my head and I don't feel very well. Is my thing okay? Look at me! Get away from me!
Well, I was hoping for a jump scare, but honestly, the face on the front is way creepier than the skull it spins to. That is, I hate how the eye looks. Underneath it, we have some more stuff. We just have like some fog, 12-foot skeleton lighting kit, which is cool to see. They're selling this in stores. Then you have the eye conversion kit as well, which is cool. All the new 12-foot skeletons have those different eye functions. So if you have the old one, you kind of got screwed over. Now you have to pay 30 bucks if you want to get the ones with the cool eyes, but oh well. Then we have a step pad and a heavy-duty ground stake. Like, why are they even selling these in the why do they even need Halloween packaging for these? I'm sure they sell these elsewhere in the store without it. And here is the 2024 Home Depot Village building. I have the one from last year. There you have the 12-foot Reaper. You have the not pumpkin, I keep saying pumpkin stack. The skull stacks. And then you have the 12-foot skeleton and the dog this time too. That's awesome. There's a pumpkin. You got some shoppers here. That's actually really, really cool. I do like that. And 20 bucks isn't bad at all. Like Limax, I mean, this is certainly no Limax quality, but it's basically the same size as like a average Limax building. So honestly worth it in my opinion. Then underneath it, we have a whole bunch of boxes. Then we got a Captain Cuts, Frankenstein, a lot. I'm surprised. They've actually really well stocked this store. I don't know how long this has been sitting out for either, but really cool stuff in stock still. Maybe I'll swing by over at the 50% off sale. I doubt any of this will be left though. Here we have some pathway markers now. Let's see what these do. Cool, cool, cool. Classic, classic, classic. Cool. And unfortunately, they don't have the Chucky animatronic, but they have these crappy pathway markers. And can't even turn them on. I don't see any try me buttons, but there you go. Here we have some LED signs. Cool. I just keep saying cool. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have much to say about all the lighting stuff. Oh, wow. Look at that pumpkin face on there. Now, that's cool, but it kind of looks AI generated. I don't know, though. Let's see what it actually... Oh, wow. That's really cool looking. Look at that vampire. That's actually scary. Let's switch. Oh, it flickers, too. If you, like, set that up in, like, a window properly to make it look, like, human size, but I feel like if you just shine it somewhere, it's just gonna look too big, you know? But still really cool art. Here you have sort of color changing. That is a really nice fire and ice light effect. Really cool. We got another one. What is this? It's just black light. Oh, spider illusion. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. And we got some just string lights, more Christmas-esque, I guess. Here we have some inflatable boxes as well down here. And we got some like big light trees and a 14-foot archway. That's pretty cool. And you got a trio of ghosts. These are pretty big. We saw them up there before. Up top, we have some more stuff. Unfortunately, they turned off all the inflatables and the lights, but you do have the skull catacomb archway. That's cool. And then down here, you have a whole bunch more boxes. And look at this. They have a bunch of 12-foot Reapers. I guess these aren't selling well. I don't know why. It's certainly my favorite. I would buy it if I had the funds and I had the need to get him. But seriously, I got 9 new animatronics this year. I don't need any more. Then you got a murderous maker. And finally, we have our classic skeleton section. Let's start with the skeletons all the way over here. Unfortunately, they're not the ultra posable ones, so why even buy these anymore? They're $10 less, but you're getting so much less. I feel like the $40 to $30 difference for the ultra posable versus these is just go for the ultra posables. But this is all they have left, unfortunately. They do have 2 corpse ones left. I guess the skeletons are much better sellers than the ultra posable corpses, but take a look at this guy. I actually really like this. I like how he has a light in his mouth as well, and you can pull out the tongue. Get a little freaky. Here we have his hands, posable fingers as well. Look at that. Very cool. Ultra posable, like basically a giant action figure. And here we have the bat skeletons. These are still some of my favorites. As you can see, they do have the wings. There you go. They do have the wings that do come out. They kind of fold out like that. They're just upside down with the way they're packaged. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. We got these little metal tombstones here. Yeah, they're like a tin almost. Chucky, here lies Chucky. And then you got a Jack Skellington one. Cool. What else? Frankenstein as well. Basically all the licenses they have. That's actually pretty dope. Almost missed this. This looks scary as hell. I'm sure the audio is very scary as well.
Peekaboo! Happy Halloween!
Ah! 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 How's it going, guys? It's the Pixelated Pumpkin, and today we are at Michael's for the Halloween 2024 season. As you can see, they are fully stocked, and we have a lot to look at today. From Limax Spooky Town to home decor, and even a life-size animatronic, there's a lot to get into, so let's get started. Let's start off with my favorite section, the Limax Spooky Town. Before we look at any of the buildings, let's take a look at a few of the accessories for this year. Here we got this sort of medieval campfire going on. Here is this hot tub, basically cauldron that skeleton's chilling in. And I like this one with the man eating plants. They even have a garbage truck, which is pretty cool. Here are some more little figures and stuff here. You got the Day of the Dead ones to go along with that new building we'll take a look at in a minute. Here we have some trees. I believe those light up. Some cool looking lampposts. I like the little design on them. And a Spooky Town billboard. We got this cauldron with a hand sticking out of it. And here is a witch meter maid. I'll flip it around. There you go. Look at that. That is pretty cute. This werewolf is interesting. Here we have the Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein having some popcorn. A skeleton dog. And a dude chilling on a tombstone. Now for the buildings, here's the big one, the Phantom Castle roller coaster. You may have already seen this on the channel. I do own it, which I'm very happy about. This thing is just awesome. I love the animation, that big Reaper. Everything is so cool about this one for sure. Next up, we have this little trick-or-treat parade, which I think is a really cute piece, but for $80, I feel like you're getting ripped off here. Michael's really jacked up the prices on all their Spooky Town stuff this year. I recommend shopping at a different store for Spooky Town nowadays. But anyways, this is still a really nice, cute little piece. I love the little trick-or-treaters. Here is the Frankenstein cottage. It's a great little starter piece if you don't have the budget for something bigger. And here we have the creepy pumpkin patch, which is a facade piece, meaning only the front is actually detailed. It's not a full piece, but this is still really cool. I can't say I'm the biggest fan of these facade pieces they do, but I think they did a really good job on this one. Here is the Broken Bell Telephone Company. I do have this piece as well. This one's really great. I love the detailing and coloring on it especially. Really unique color scheme going on there. Here we have the Pumpkin Patch Party House. I don't like this one at all. The roof just looks really ugly on it in my opinion. Here we have another little cottage piece here. This one's pretty cool as well. And here is the Day of the Dead Emporium. This one is great. I think the Day of the Dead stuff is pretty cool, especially for Limax. I love those two up there. And then here we have that hot tub cauldron in action. I love the lighting on it. Here we have this spooky tree, which looks very creepy indeed. And here we have the Madness Manor. This is another big ticket item from Limax, a Michaels exclusive as well, if I'm not mistaken. This one has a lot of details going on and a lot of very interesting lighting for sure. I think the detailing is pretty cool. I can't say I'm the biggest fan of this one though. I feel like we've had much better mansions and haunted houses from Limax, but this is certainly an interesting one for sure, especially with those eyes on the house. That's probably my favorite detail. Still a cool building though. Just in Pieces, that's a cool looking tombstone. Here's the graveyard set they're selling for this year. Everything is completely movable on this piece, which is cool, and I do like the gate and mausoleum a lot. It's a very interesting piece for Limax. They've never really done something like this before, but if you're doing a graveyard theme for your spooky town, this piece is a must-have. Now here's the medieval campfire accessory in action, and I have to say it's a very interesting piece. The medieval stuff is something that's kind of been untapped in terms of Limax stuff, but I think this is a pretty cool one regardless. I do like the Headless Horseman there for sure. He's an interesting character to put in. Here we have the Cursed Ruins Castle, and this thing is just awesome. Honestly, I'm kind of regretting not getting this one. It has a cool misting effect in the mouth, which I think is really cool. And between the design and lighting here, I think this is probably the best medieval or castle piece they've ever done. It just looks so awesome, especially that big skull face. Here we have one of the more unique pieces for this year being the Slithering Gardens. I can't really say it's my thing, but I think the lighting on this one is awesome, and there's a ton of great little details packed in here. Next up, you might have seen this one on the channel as well, we have the Terror Tavern. This is probably my favorite bulb-lit piece of all time. It's very simple, but very cool. Here we have the Fright Night Cinema. Again, a lot of you have probably seen this one because my video on it did very good, but this is definitely the best movie theater we've gotten from Limax. It is so awesome. So much great details, and the inside scene is especially cool. Here's the last little cottage piece. This one is witch-themed, obviously. This one is pretty cool. And now here we have my favorite piece of the year, and one of my favorite pieces of all time, the Smoke and Mirrors Magic Shop. Get a look at that awesome Pepper's ghost effect going on inside there. How genius is that? That is just so cool. Here we have this little jump scare rabbit almost. It comes out of the big hat there. Such a genius design again as well. Here we have Blackhorn the Magician, and take a look at this little illusion here with the water chamber and the straitjacket guy. That is awesome. Get a look at those spinning things, and here is an inverted face illusion where it looks like the face is following you around. Get a look at these cards on the roof. Looks like a magic trick went wrong there. And here we have these spirals. How cool is that? It's basically trying to hypnotize you to come in and buy stuff. Well, that's it for all the Limax buildings, but before we leave this section, let's take a look at what they have in stock. And it looks like they still have a lot. I believe all this stuff is 20% off right now, so if you want any of it, I'd recommend going to Michael's soon, because this stuff never lasts. Spooky Town is very popular every year, and a lot of these pieces become collector's items pretty quickly. The next section we'll be looking at is all the lighting stuff. Michaels typically does a lot of lighting each year. I don't know why it doesn't really fit the whole Michaels craft store thing, but whatever. Get a look at these string lights, pretty standard stuff overall. Here we have some singing pumpkin and ghosts.
On Halloween night, we're gonna light up so bright and be the spookiest sight.
You might get a scare when witches take to the air.
And the moaning zombies will stare.
Little monsters up for treats, they'll be marching through the streets.
Well, enough of that. Here we have some more string lights. Again, very standard Halloween fare here. Not much to say. Here we have some box string lights. Those pumpkins and spiders look interesting. Eyeballs, bats, witch hats, even mummies. Pretty cool. Here we have these tabletop LED neon signs. Unfortunately, there are no batteries in any of these, so I can't demo them, but I think they look pretty cool for the most part, these pumpkin ones especially. Continuing to the other side of this little section, we have even more lighting options. These bats are pretty cool though. I really like the purple lighting on them. Here are these spiders. Can't say I'm a big fan of the pink color though, a little bit strange. Take a look at these pumpkin pathway markers. I like how they look, but not how they sound. Pumpkin cat. Here we got these ghost pathway markers. No sound on these, they just light up, which I think is perfectly okay. Can never go to a store's Halloween section without seeing one of these shadow lights. Here we got this big LED spider web. I'm guessing you could put that in your window or on your lawn. Pretty cool. Here we have this sort of rotten pumpkin. Here we have some blow molds, which I think are nice. The cat one's cute. Dog one is even more cute. Look, he's popping his little head out of the box. How cool is that? Here we have some Halloween tree ornaments. I say leave the tree decorating to Christmas, but this seems to be a trend that's kind of caught on these past few years. It's definitely not for me, but if you like it, more power to you. Our next section are sort of these pink pastel colored products, and I don't think this aesthetic works for me or most people, but whatever, let's take a look at it anyways. The only colors of pumpkins or skulls I would consider buying here would definitely be the orange ones, but it does look like people are buying the pink and magenta ones, so I guess this is a theme that works for people. I don't even know what those are. That spider web is pretty cool though. Just some more feminine type stuff, I guess you could say. Yeah, this theming just doesn't work for me. Here are these skeleton cats and dogs. These aren't too bad. I honestly like the coloring on these. And we even have a rat and a vulture. That's an odd pick of animals. Here we got some bathroom sort of stuff. This is going to be a very common theme throughout this video. I actually like these park bench ones a lot though. That's really cool. Here we have some like general signage stuff, feeling witchy, spooky, some little hanging dudes, and a coffin with a skeleton. Now this is pretty interesting. It seems like they're going for a lot of disco ball type stuff this year. Those pumpkins are certainly cool, very shiny. Again with the disco type ball stuff. And here we literally just have disco ball candle holders. I'm not even sure what the point of that is for Halloween. Here's some disco ball spiders. And just straight up disco balls. What are the point of these for Halloween? A lot of merchandise that says groovy on it this year. What is this, The Evil Dead? Here we have some tinsel decorations that Michaels just can't seem to get enough of each year. Here we have Michael's little pillow section now. They pretty much do this every year. I'm not exactly sure why, but they're pretty cool pillows regardless. I like the little candy corn there for sure. This sequins pillow, I just had to do it. It's so satisfying. What can I tell you? Some ghosts, skeletons, all classic Halloween stuff. Some big fuzzy spiders. Those are actually pretty cool. And even more tinsel decorations. So that's all for this front section here, but there is still so much more to look at. I don't even think we're halfway done, so let's continue. Up next is the Gothic decor section, and honestly, there's some really cool stuff in here, so let's dive right in. Starting off, we have some merchandise for the ever-popular Edgar Allan Poe. These are kind of like planters here. This bronze snake one is actually really cool. I do like that a lot. Next, we kind of have this baby-looking one. Kind of reminds me of Brandon Lee's The Crow a little bit. Then you got a cauldron. And these tree skulls are actually awesome. I really like these a lot. You can get a look inside there. That's really cool.
Here we have even more planters. I actually am a fan of these fungal skull ones. It's pretty unique for the most part, I guess. Here we have some flowers. You got one with an eye in it and one with a mouth. Here we just have some skeleton stuff. Not too much to say here. Here we have some mini Halloween accessories for like tabletop decorations, I guess. They're honestly kind of sized to Limax type stuff. It's almost like a Limax knockoff brand. I'm not even sure why Michaels has these, considering they have the real Limax in their stores. But I guess this is their own weird little Halloween tabletop figurine items. I mean, they're fine for what they are. I'm not trying to hate on them or anything. I especially like these cuter looking ones here. That little mouse in the costume is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm not sure why they do these. Once again, they have the real Limax. Here's this awesome low poly looking skull I found. That's really cool. Then we just have some candles here. I mean, I don't have too much to say about these. Here we have some classic foam pumpkins, as well as some ceramic ones you can paint. Now here we have a whole nother Gothic theme section here. This is more fortune teller-esque items, but we do have some more Edgar Allan Poe stuff as well over here. Here are some of the fortune teller items, as I said. Starting off with this little fortune booth, that's pretty cool. And then we have this fortune teller cabinet here. It's interesting enough, I guess. I really haven't seen much like this before. It's pretty cool. Got the Ouija board in there. Here you have the psychic reading sign. That's pretty nice. And then we have some test tubes filled with various items, psychic readings. And then here we have some busts, one of the Headless Horsemen, which is pretty cool. Get a look at that awesome jack-o'-lantern face. Then we have one of the Bela Lugosi, Dracula, of course. Very cool there. And just off to his left, we have Frankenstein's monster. This is a fine-looking bust of him. I think the Dracula one's a lot better. And of course, Edgar Allan Poe. You really can never escape that guy at Michael's every year. That is for sure. Now, as you'll see, toilets are going to be a common theme throughout Michael's. I'm not really sure who these are made for, but they're interesting enough, I guess. If you're looking for a comedic tabletop decoration, I guess this is something you'll go with here. As you see, we have Edgar Allan Poe, Frankenstein, Dracula, and the Headless Horseman once again. And they're all sitting and reading some sort of literature. The Headless Horseman is, of course, reading Sleepy Hollow, though I'm not sure how he's reading since he's headless. Overall, these are silly, I guess, but still unique. Here we have this little typewriter that has Nevermore by Edgar Allan Poe written on it. Here's some more Frankenstein and Dracula merchandise. Now, this is really cool. This is a door knocker, and it's this really awesome looking metallic skull. I have to say, that's actually one of the more unique and cool items at Michael's this year for sure. Here we have some black cat stuff now. This one with a mirror is awesome in my opinion. And then you just have a little black cat statue, as well as a black cat painting. Here's a hanging bat, pretty cool. Broom parking, that's pretty funny. Some more witch stuff. Cool witch painting for sure though. More witch paintings. And a big witch painting with the moon. That's pretty cool with the bat and the skull. I like how his wings are sort of wrapped around it. Some more witch-related decor. Some more bats. This spiked pumpkin is cool. Again, with the toilet stuff, we have a skeleton on his laptop. And one who's reading, but it honestly looks like he's pushing really hard on the toilet. We have some skeleton couple type merchandise now, and really all it does is remind me of how lonely I am, so thank you Michaels for that, but, you know, they're fine decor if you're into that sort of thing, I guess. That skeleton blowing the bubble is kind of cool. Some spinal cord stuff, you know, just generic skeleton stuff in general here. We see this at Michael's literally all the time, every year. This guy on a laptop is pretty cool, though. Let's get a look at what he's doing on the screen. Looks like the laptop's starting up. Our next section is very unique, but kind of strange at the same time, because we have this very white-themed section, all very pale white coloring used on all these items. I don't know if I'm a fan of this or not. There's definitely some that just make no sense to me, but there's also a couple cool ones in here. For example, this skull with the thing draped over it. I mean, it's all a solid piece, which looks really cool. Then these mirrors, too, are honestly creepy. Get a look at that. That's just, gives me the heebie-jeebies. There's some really cool statues again like that. Another mirror. There you go, I'm filming. I guess these are witch shoes, haunted house. Cool painting of the psycho house, or at least it looks like it. Another mirror sort of thing, very creepy. Then we have this awesome painting that's actually sick. And then just some more statues and other decor. And then we have, what the hell is this? It's literally just a toilet and a bathtub with just a few fancy snakes on it. It's a toilet. How does this have anything to do with Halloween? What? I don't get it. I don't. Michael, seriously, what are you thinking? It's just a toilet. I don't understand. I don't get it. This is pretty cool, I guess. Another mirror, last one. That one's actually creepiest. Just some general white-themed Halloween stuff. Very, very absent of all colors, which, you know, I think it's a cool aesthetic, honestly. It's grown on me since I filmed this, but it's definitely not my go-to for sure. Here you have this weird skeleton candle holder with spider legs, I guess, and some really cool-looking skulls. And there's a statue. Very cool. Our next section brings us to the animated tabletops and life sizes. That's right, we got a life size at Michael's. Anyway, here's this haunted telephone. Let's see what it does. Lame. I've seen much better haunted telephones, and for way cheaper. Here's this cool little poison sort of light you got going on here. There's even eyeballs floating around under there, if you could see that. That's pretty cool, actually. I hope that was as satisfying for you as it was for me. So this is supposed to be a haunted mirror, but it just doesn't work because it's not a mirror. The face in there is certainly cool looking though. Here we have an eyeball door knocker. It wasn't making any sound, so that's why you're hearing no audio from it, but it's fine, I guess. We see a million of these. Here you have this tricycle riding girl.
Why do you seem so scared? All I wanted to do was play with you. I don't want to play alone. Please come and play with me. I'm so hungry. You're not afraid of the dark, are you?
So here's this bird cage crow, and I mean, it's fine. But I'm going to take this moment to mention that every single tabletop costs $50. What the actual hell? So here are these haunted books that Jemmy has been selling literally since like 2005, I think. They're there every year. And here is this little baby doll guy now. Unfortunately, it wasn't working, so I just shake him violently to give you a picture of what his animation might be. Here's this crystal ball.
Concentrate. Don't be afraid of what you see.
Here's a look at some of the stock they have. You could get a look at that mirror again there, or it's not even a mirror. It's literally just like a black picture frame until it lights up. Here's this little rocking horse doll guy. You could buy one of those at Big Lots for $20 and save $30. Here's this little skull totem. Again, $50 is outrageous for all this stuff. Like, it's not worth it at all. But this skull totem is cool. Here we have a freaking bump and go Chucky at Michael's. This was the last thing I was expecting to see there when I walked in.
It ain't the size that counts. It's what you do with it. That is sick. First thing we gotta do is get me out of this body once and for all. That
Well, it definitely makes no sense to me why this guy is at Michael's of all places, but really, this is just a pretty crappy bump-and-go Chucky. I mean, it's just fine. Here we have a life-sized witch animatronic.
I gotcha!
So pretty clearly, this is just using Jemmy's face pop-up mechanism they've been using for the past couple years now. And really, this thing is just fine in my opinion. I'll do it one more time. I really can't hate on this thing too hard because, again, it's a freaking Michael's life-size animatronic. I wasn't expecting anything, and this is what we got, so it's pretty cool for what it is. Here we have some skeletons. Really, no Halloween section is complete without a few life-size posable skeletons, though. I definitely wouldn't recommend buying them at Michael's. You could just get one at Home Depot or Party City. Here we have this goat animatronic, skeleton goat, I should say. This is pretty cool, actually. Yeah, so a little annoying, but unique regardless. Here we have a few more skeleton critters, a rat, a dragon, and it looks like this dog is trying to take a bite out of the wedding cake there. That's pretty cool how someone set him up like that. Definitely wanted to capture that for the video. Here you have some millipedes, I guess, skeleton millipedes, and even a scorpion. Not sure if that's how anatomy works, but cool regardless. And here we just have a few more skeleton critters. Really not much to say here. We got this bat, which the eyes light up. I thought it was going to do something because it looks like there's a speaker thing on the side, but no, the eyes just light up. Well, everyone, that is it for this Michael's Halloween 2024 store tour. I really appreciate it if you stuck around till this point. Be sure to like and subscribe. I think overall for Michael's this year, they had a pretty solid selection, especially the Spooky Town, but I don't really count that as a Michael's thing. That's more of a Lemax thing. I really think in terms of the home decor and stuff, though, they get really creative with interesting themes each year. Mainly, it's just how they color the items, but it's still cool to see these unique and really never done before themes regardless, so it's always something to look forward to at Michael's, I guess. I was also really shocked to see that they had a life-size animatronic this year, and while I wasn't impressed in any regard with the animatronic itself, I still think it's cool to see that Michael's is kind of investing into the animatronic side of Halloween a little bit. Well, with that, everybody, those are my final thoughts for Michael's Halloween 2024. Once again, be sure to like and subscribe. How's it going, guys? It's the Pixelated Pumpkin, and in today's video, we are at a local Spirit Halloween for the 2024 season. Obviously, I've already been to the Flagship store, but I wanted to check out my local store to see the animatronics they didn't have set up at Flagship, starting with the static ghost face prop. Let's take a look at this. The knife lights up and the face lights up. Not very cool compared to the animated one. And considering Ghostface isn't even supposed to light up, this is just kind of bad, to be honest with you. I like the animated one a lot more than this, and I don't even know why they have a static Ghostface this year. And as we'll see, there's a lot of Scream and Ghostface merchandise, but I think this is still decent if you want a static prop. It's only $130, which honestly isn't terrible, but I would just go with the animated one if I were you. It is way cooler, but let's see this guy one more time. And that is all he does. Here we got the big carnival archway set up here. Take a look at the cool sign, welcome to the carnival. And there's Jack the Ripper with the light up eye right there. Here we have an interesting one being Night's Terror, the only $100 animatronic this year. It's a life size for $100, and the quality seems to be pretty good. While he is pretty much a Sunstar prop, it does seem to be a pretty decent quality, and I like how you have the static on light in there. Let's turn him on. Alright, he is hardly wrong. Maybe I take back what I said about the good quality, because it seems like he's already kind of broken. Yeah, definitely not great, but I'll do him one more time. Alright, I like how he looks, I can't lie. I think he has a cool looking face, and I think just his design, while very simple, is pretty cool. But man, this animation just sucks. I wouldn't pay more than $75 for this thing. But, you know, for what it is, it's not terrible. I'm starting to come around on Night Terror a little bit for sure. Let's take a look at the theme here. Here we got the zombie seagull. That thing looks pretty gnarly. Take a look at the lighting on this thing here. I have to say, the themes are really cool this year. Even though the animatronics, it hasn't been the best year, I want to say, I think overall this year is pretty solid, especially going for the theme here. Take a look at like the little swirl pattern they got going on. That is just awesome. Let's walk through and take a look at the back theme now, or I guess it's part of the front theme. This is a small store, so this is all I have. Here we are at the Wheel of Fate booth. This is all they have, unfortunately. It's a smaller store, but we got a few animatronics set up here. Take a look at this little stand they got. Is that the scary sitting scarecrow? Yes, it is. We also got Nibbles over here. And someone I was really excited to see in person for the first time, Demonic Gatekeeper. So let's get started. Starting off, we have the coolest in terms of technology being Nibbles.
I've been watching you for a while.
Is he gonna trap me?
I like the way you walk. I can't help but follow you around with my gaze. You have a certain bounce in your step. It's just so enticing. Mind if I follow you around for a bit longer?
That is pretty cool. I do like the motion tracking a lot there.
Well. You've caught my eye. Don't worry, I'm just admiring your costume. Hey, you over there. Yeah, you. I'm giving out some candy. I thought this would be a great way to make some friends. So come a little closer and try
So
to
you
take
could get pretty far and he will still track you. That is really cool.
I'm harmless. Mostly.
Going off this entire store tour because he's on censor, but here we have Demonic Gatekeeper. Let's get him to go.
I am the guardian of tormented souls. You have crossed over into my world. Now you will endure eternal pain.
His mouth is supposed to move, so it's unfortunate that's not working. But I have to say, this is a really, really cool one. He might be one of my favorites for the year, to be honest with you. I love the lights. I think it's a cool concept, and he's just a cool character overall, especially that strange-looking skull face.
I have been patiently waiting. Your destiny now lies with me forever.
Awesome. Here we have a whole bunch of the plushies all hanging on the Wheel of Fate booth, but here's Mac Straw. Here, if you look down, you can see the floating effect going on. Yeah, Max Straw is just alright in my opinion. I think he could have done a lot more, but I do like the floating design. I wish he was bigger. That's my main complaint. He's a very small looking scarecrow. Nice. Alright, let's take a look at the other scarecrow they got over here, being the scary sitting scarecrow. He doesn't look that scary in my opinion. Honestly, I think I might like the original one better. Alright, so that was it for the Wheel of Fate section, and I guess that's it for all the animatronics in the store as well, but we have a lot more of the store to look at, so let's do it.
Here we got some of the boxes now. As you can see, they got a static ghost face, as we actually saw. They got a Wanda Webworth, a normal sitting scarecrow, a ghost swing, which, why would you ever buy that? A scary sitting scarecrow who is on sale right now, which is pretty cool. And the normal sitting scarecrow is only $10 less. And a man's possessed friend back for his 1,000,000th year in the row.
Here we have some of the creepy dolls now. Take a look at this new one. We got Penelope Pigtails. Oh, I like the eyes. Those are actually really creepy, the eyes there.
She plays dead.
Bet you could hardly hear what she's saying, but this one's actually really cool looking, especially, dude, those eyes are actually freaky as hell. They made them really realistic this year. That is really cool. Here we have an even more creepy one, Matchstick Mary, with half her face burnt off, I'm assuming, when it says Matchstick. That's actually a cool one. Let's listen to her. She just sort of laughs weirdly. That one's pretty cool. I actually like that one a lot. I like these new creepy, realistic eyes they're giving them now. That's actually really cool. Here we got Monkey Chimes. Oh. I have the little resin figure of him from the surprise boxes Spirit sent out this year, and that is really cool to see the actual Monkey Chimes. Good stuff there. Moving down, we have Eerie Emma. This one's an old one.
I don't like to be startled. Like that. I hate that.
That's all right. And then we got this one I believe is new for this year. We have a Devilish Desmond. I like how this dude looks like he's dressed for the occasion. I like how he looks.
Want to hear a scary story? Once upon a time, there was a little doll who came to life when everyone went to sleep.
Yeah, I'm sure you can't hear what he's saying because of demonic gatekeeper. This guy just keeps going off and his audio is way too loud, but you gotta go look at Devilish Desmond. That one's pretty creepy. Here we have some of the zombie animals now. Take a look at this new squirrel one. That is pretty gross looking. Look at that missing eye. His tail, look, the bone is poking out of the tail. That is really cool. I like this guy a lot. We got the rat. Rat's been sold for a few years now. And then we got Scabs the dog, who is new last year, I believe. This zombie chihuahua. This one's creepy. I like this one a lot. We have this new black crow for this year. I like the blood on the beak there. This one is just alright. Not very zombie-ish, just more of a real creepy looking crow. Then we got a cat, just a normal black cat. And we got the new zombie seagulls, which we already saw set up in the theme, but I like these a lot. These are cool. And I thought real seagulls were scary enough as they were always jumping after you trying to get your food, but the zombie one's even more scary. And we got the rabbit. And this one is cool. I like how the bone is just poking out of its face. And we got this weird skinny looking cat. This one's always been a little creepy. Here we got a whole bunch of skulls now. I'll try to point out the new ones for us. We'll start over here. We got this sort of mossy, ground, earthly skull. Half skull with an interesting facial expression. And we got this new snail skull. Get a look at that. That is very odd color choice on there. Almost like a cosmic sort of look, but I think it looks cool. Then we got this very white skull. Yeah, that's just a normal plastic, but it's very, very white. And we got this reptilian skull, I want to say. Look at the scales, basically, on the head. That is awesome. That's really cool. We got this double-headed skull. I've always liked this one. We got this weird corpse-ish one. The handprint is always awesome. The bloody handprint on the skull is cool. And we got this sort of tree-like one. This one is pretty neat as well. We got this little baby zombie alien. This gargoyle skeleton, that is really cool looking. I think that's new. some skeleton birds, skeleton planter, 2 of them, clown skull, fish, double-headed snake skeleton. There's really no limit for what they'll make into a skeleton. The snail, the hands. What is this? Is this like another sort of snake? This one looks a little bit more cute and cartoony though. We got a squid. Then we got a whole bunch of mini skeletons down here. The one with the wings, that is awesome. Get a look at those gnarly skeleton wings. That is really cool. I believe that's new as well. And we got a normal big pose and stay skeleton. The digital eye pose and stay skeleton, which not working unfortunately, but I've always liked this one. Then we got the alien pose and stay skeleton. Just some skull garlands. Look at this pumpkin one. I like the pumpkin one a lot for obvious reasons, I think. Then we got this 2-headed chicken. I don't even know what kind of bird this is. Maybe a vulture, but it has 2 heads. That is so cool. And we got a classic goat skull and a big skeleton bat. Here we got the tiny terrors. We got a Pennywise horror baby. Fortunately, the only horror baby here. I was looking forward to seeing the Art the Clown one, but they don't got him. We got the Devil Cherub returning from last year. I really wish they brought him back with the angel one and they just had the duo like the classic variant did. That would have been a lot cooler in my opinion. Here we got the chop shop here, I guess you would call it. Take a look at this pig head. It's been sold a few years. We got this hand, which I think is new. That's a pretty, that hand looks like it's in a lot of agony when it got cut off. That's pretty gross looking. We got the classic hearts that are very realistic looking. We got classic severed hand, some hooks with chains attached, or chains with hooks attached, I should say. That's cool. Another severed hand, a little bit more gory than the other one. Bloody arm, some more hooks, neck chain, and we got this dude with the thing with the hook going straight through his eye. I've always liked this one. And here we have a new one of the hanging heads this year. We got this clown, which I actually really love this one. Take a look at the bloody stump, but he has the handkerchiefs going through his head, and that's what he's hanging by. That is actually so cool. And it looks like, I don't know if you can make it any longer. I wish it was a little bit longer, but still, that is actually such a cool idea. I love how it was executed there. Get a look at his face there. That is awesome. And we have a hanging pumpkin, and this one's creepy looking. Let me tell you, they typically can't make the pumpkin scary in my opinion, but the face on that one is just, ugh, actually really creeps me out. Still, this is a cool little hanging pumpkin here. Here are a whole bunch of inflatables now, and these are pretty much all returning from last year, except I believe this new one with the spinning eyes. That is pretty cool. Here we have this new animated tombstone. I have not seen this thing or what it does yet, but let's try it out. Alright, I like the sound and the lighting, but I'm not sure what the animated part of it is. I guess it's animated because the eye sort of flickers, but this is an awesome, awesome looking tombstone. I like, what even is breaking out of it? Like, it doesn't even make sense, but it's just so awesome. I actually love this thing. I think that's a Spirit Halloween star logo up top, so this is definitely a Spirit Halloween original right here. Yeah, this thing is just weird though, man. Like, what even is that? I think it's awesome though. Here we got another animated tombstone here. The bell at the top rings. This is a really smart idea. Let's try it. Alright, the audio on that is atrocious, but the ringing bell at the top is really cool. Here we have some more tombstones. Here's the limb ripper one. Get a look at the werewolf skull on there. That is awesome. Take a look at some more of the others. Here we got some of the new gates for this year. These are all like a plastic material, but they're cool, I guess. Take a look at this. Look at the pumpkin one. That is awesome. This sort of brass color. That is sick. Here we got some of the zombie babies. I'm not seeing any new ones here, unfortunately. We got some of the previous year's classics like Gutsy Gwen. That one's one of my personal favorites, at least from the modern era of zombie babies. And then here we got Spider Biter Billy, another one of my personal favorites. Here we got some of the tabletop stuff now. We got the Devil Door Knocker.
Welcome to hell.
We got this Frankenstein Sidestepper. Not working, unfortunately, but I love the classic design. And we got a Vampire Door Knocker. Not working either, but still cool looking. Then we got some more Sidesteppers like the Slim Sidestepper. Let's get him to go. Nope, not working. Pennywise, will you work? Nope. Just the eyes kind of flicker there. We got some Sam merchandise. This is all pretty cool. We got the Ghostface statue from last year. This one's nice. Take a look at this Mars Attack stuff now. Still going with the Mars Attacks merchandise. This statue here is especially awesome with the Earth, and you got the Marsian grabbing onto it. Oh, that's sick, and the whole thing lights up. How cool is that? We got a whole bunch of hanging stuff now. Take a look at this hanging ghost here. Oh. Eyes light up, that's pretty cool. Then we got the hanging clown. Below that, we got some smaller little hangers. Always been a big fan of this pumpkin one here. We got the zombie and barbed wire. This guy's been sold for so long now. What a great one. Fantastic detail on it. Then we got this other ghost, which is arguably way creepier. Not working. Does this one work? Oh, yeah, it does. I really like the blue light on that. That is really creepy. Awesome. That is super creepy. Here we got this pumpkin scarecrow sort of guy. Oh, and there he goes. Here we got this big scarecrow. He's been sold for so many years now. This is always a cool one in my opinion. And here we have some of the smaller hangers here. Let's take a look at a leg-kicking clown. Legs aren't working, but the audio is. This one's always been pretty cool in my opinion. Here we have the classic jumping spiders. And I like this display they're doing this year. This poster they put behind is way bigger than previous years. Let's take a look at the gray jumping spider, brand new for this year. That's pretty cool. Here we got a whole bunch of wall stuff now. I really like these canvas prints they do. It's all cool. Really great stuff from this section. And here are some throw blankets. Take a look at this scary movies and chill one. I like that. Ghostface with the Call Me. A lot of Ghostface merchandise again this year. Really cool. Ghostface there. Here we have some of the new t-shirts for this year. You got the Bloody Disgusting, presented by Bloody Disgusting. That's pretty cool. These TV, old school TV ones. That's awesome. And take a look at the American Gothic parody with Leatherface. That's cool. You got Ghostface flipping you off. That's funny. And yeah, this is a great selection of t-shirts this year. I think it's definitely better than last year. You almost got this death metal band sort of creep show sort of vibe going on there with that one. You got a lot of Art the Clown stuff as well. The Art the Clown Spirit logo. There you go. A lot of cool new t-shirts for this year. And it looks like they're all fully stocked as well. Here's some of the new Corpse Bride stuff. Now, unfortunately, they don't have the animatronic set up, but take a look at the Victor mask. That's all right looking, I guess. Here we have a whole bunch of ghost face stuff now, and it's pretty cool how they have this whole dedicated section this year. Not really sure why they chose this year to start doing this, considering there's no new Scream movie this year, but obviously Scream 6 I think came out last year, so. Anyways, I'm a big fan of the Scream franchise, and all these ghost face masks are certainly cool. You even got the voice changer and knife package there, that's awesome. The Dead by Daylight masks as well, these are really cool. Yeah, cool stuff from the Ghostface section. Here we got a whole bunch of masks now. Let's take a look at all of them. Here we have some of the California costumes, Animotion masks. These are always awesome. I love the werewolf one, so cool. We got the classic horse, and we got the rat, this bloody lab rat. That is awesome. Werewolf with hands. Try to look for some of the new ones here. Look at this flesh creature right here. Creepy, that's been sold for a few years. Here we got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface mask. The new one they're selling this year is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 mask, which looks even more gross than the first one. And we got another classic Texas Chainsaw Massacre mask. We got this new bloody hockey player mask. This one looks very cool. Looks like all the new masks they have, which isn't that many, but still really cool mask section this year. Any moment, there he goes. How's it going, guys? It's the Pixelated Pumpkin, and in today's video we are at home for the Halloween 2024 season. As you could see in front of me, we have a whole bunch of animatronics, which I'm pretty surprised about, as well as a ton of home decor and a crazy amount of inflatables. We're gonna start with the main attraction, the animatronics. We have this little cemetery sign here, pretty cool archway. Let's start with this pumpkin dude looking pretty cool. It's just a standard Pan Asian Creations pumpkin guy, but we'll do him one more time. He's only got one phrase, but take a look at the hand there. Pretty cool. I like the color going on here, the green and orange. Looks pretty cool. And as for his face, I guess it's fine. Not the biggest fan of the teeth, but I guess it's unique. Next up, we have a Pan Asian Creations, I'm assuming butler, which look, he's got a head right there and a hand. Looks like he's serving up a nasty meal, but let's turn him on.
Don't be frightened. I am here to serve you. For dinner.
I actually like how this guy looks a lot. We'll do him one more time.
I hope you will be hanging around for a very long time.
I like his phrases. Let's hear him one more time.
I also have alternate menus for your dining pleasures. Brains topped with eyeballs.
Pretty classic, creepy Halloween goodness right there. Now we have a 12-foot skeleton dressed as a blue-collar worker, I want to say. Looks like he has some hair up there too. I'll step back and we can get a good view of this guy. Here's a full view of him here. Just a pretty standard gemmy 12-footer, nothing impressive whatsoever, but I mean, it's a very unique design. I mean, it's just a standard skeleton, but I'm not sure why he's wearing what he's wearing. Pretty silly looking, but let's take a look at the last two animatronics here. Here we got a standard looking Pan Asian Creations Grim Reaper now. Take a look at the scythe.
I hope you're not too surprised to see me. It's kind of inevitable. If you don't mind, maybe we could take a little walk together. But wait, you're not scared.
Pretty cool Grim Reaper, I guess. Pretty standard stuff, though. And here we have the new gemmy fancy skeleton. Take a look at this guy here. Look, his head is on a spring, I noticed. So yeah, you could have a lot of fun with this thing. But let's turn him on. Alright, so I know his mouth is supposed to move, and I'm pretty sure as you can see, he sort of rocks this back and forth, but I don't know why it's not working. But him singing Spooky Scary Skeletons was kind of a surprise. Let's do him one more time.
You know what I hate the very most about the outdoors? Poison ivy.
Yeah, so he does say standard phrases along with singing Spooky Scary Skeletons, I guess. But, I mean, this is fine for what it is. Nothing impressive at all. I wish it was working, the mouth at least, but yeah, there you go. That was all the at-home Halloween 2024 animatronics, I have to say. It's nice to see that they have a bunch this year from a good variety of manufacturers and stuff. But overall, pretty good selection, all things considered. We got one more I missed here. Here we have the Gemmy pop-up girl. Is this... Oh! Okay, that actually startled me. I know what this thing does, but I was not sure if it was on or not. Yeah, this thing's pretty cool, I guess. They have a witch version of it at Michael's this year, which was just crazy for me to see. I was not expecting to see an animatronic at Michael's, but go watch that video if you haven't. One more time. Pretty cool, kind of a older one, been sold for a few years now. Here we have a whole bunch of skeletons now. Take a look at these Frankenstein looking ones. Those are pretty cool. Here we have a whole bunch of inflatables now. Let's take a look at each one. Starting with this, I want to say probably 10-foot Grim Reaper one. I'll back up. Oh, it's a 12-foot actually. Pretty cool. I mean, pretty standard stuff. I like the fire and ice light inside his face there, though. That's definitely nice. Next up, we have the Headless Horseman, who does have a head. And it looks like the horse kind of rocks back and forth a tiny bit. I'll back up to get a good look at him. I've seen much better Headless Horseman inflatables, but this one's pretty cool considering the horse does move. And I do like the pumpkin face on there for sure. Next up, we have this kind of stack, I guess, of a cat, a Frankenstein head, and a jack-o'-lantern. I'm not really sure how this works, or what these are even supposed to be besides the jack-o'-lantern, but pretty weird inflatable there. Here we have this mummy, kind of looks surprised. I'll back up. This is probably another 10-foot one right here. Pretty cute looking, I guess. Not the best, though. Here we have this small cat with a pumpkin pail in her mouth or his mouth. Pretty cool. I guess it's a nice, cute one. And here we have this colossal 20-foot tall animated cat inflatable. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the black cat stuff, but if you are, this is definitely an inflatable for you. It is a massive 20-foot. That's right, 20 feet tall. And I'm guessing it's probably around 15, maybe probably closer to like 18 feet tall, the body, but then the tail kind of adds to the height, as you can see there. So it's really not 20 feet tall, its body, but at its highest point, it definitely is. So that's pretty cool. I'll try to back up as much as I can to get it into frame here. Yeah, there you go. That's kind of like a general look at it. Absolutely crazy. You could walk through it. It does make a good sideways archway if you want something like that. I am inside the cat now, but here we have a cute little witch with a little frog popping out of the cauldron. That's pretty cool. That's actually a nice little cute inflatable there. I'm assuming that's a frog. Looks like he is being boiled alive though, so that kind of sucks for him, but this is actually a pretty decent inflatable here. Here we have a trick or treat truck, it looks like, with a whole bunch of Halloween characters having a good time inside. You got Frankenstein, a skeleton, spider, pumpkin, and at the very top you got a ghost. This one's actually pretty cool. I like the hubcaps on the car for sure. That's cool. Here we have a classic spooky tree. This thing has been sold for countless years now, I guess. I like the fire and ice light inside of it for sure. Almost makes it look like this one's burning. The colors are good here. This pitch black and then the orange in the eyes and mouth. This one's a pretty good spooky tree. Now here we have an absolutely insane 20-foot tall Frankenstein inflatable. Now this guy is just massive. He's literally bending to be able to fit in the store here. I'm guessing the ceilings are probably about 18 feet high and he is just barely fitting in there. Absolutely huge, but very cool as well. And right next to it, we have this 20-foot witch, which this one is also just absolutely insane. Not as cool as the Frankenstein one, though. Here we have this Ghost Stories campfire inflatable. I really liked this one last year. I thought this was a fun concept with the ghosts being scared by their own ghost stories. That one is pretty cute. Here we have this big hearse-looking car inflatable, I want to say. This one is decent, I guess. Doesn't really make much sense that there's wallpaper on the window. But take a look at that skeleton. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the concept art for the skeleton, fancy skeleton animatronic we just looked at. I definitely believe this to be a gemmy inflatable right here. I'm not a big fan of this one, to be honest with you. I've seen much better hearse inflatables. But I guess for what it is, it's pretty cool. Take a look at this Pumpkin Reaper Groundbreaker inflatable. This is okay. I like the lights inside of it. The face is all right. Not much to say about this one. This one here is cool. We have a coffin skeleton, which he will lift himself out of the grave there at any moment. There he goes. Take a look at that. That is actually a cool inflatable for sure. I'm not sure if it's worth $70 though, but still a cool looking inflatable animatronic sort of as well. Really cool though. And this is definitely not Halloween, but for the sake of getting everything, it is a part of the inflatable section here. We have a football playing turkey for obviously the best holiday of them all, Christmas. No, I'm kidding, it's Thanksgiving. But still a cool one. I do like the football, and I guess for a non-Halloween inflatable, this one is all right. Here we have all the home decor. Let's start in the back. Now here we have a whole bunch of outdoor decor. I'll keep this quick because a lot of it seems to be the same as last year. Got this skull stack here. That is one big skull. Some neon looking skulls. The teddy bear skeleton from last year, I do like that one. We got this jumbo posable skeleton, which is pretty cool. Black skull. Cool dragon, tombstones, some, I guess, miniature, double-headed actually. Take a look at that. That is actually pretty cool. 2 heads. Guess they say 2 heads are better than 1. Here we got this little pumpkin hanging dude. Neat. Some more of these candles. These candles are actually pretty cool. We got a whole bunch of skeleton animals here, just a great assortment of them, it looks like. We got some miniature posable skeletons, tombstones. Oh, look at that little dog. That's cute. And then we have more and more skeleton animals as far as the eye could see. We got a giant skeleton spider, which doesn't really make sense in terms of, I guess, its actual body, but it's still funny and still cool looking. We have some dismembered feet, more tombstones, whole bunch of little skeletons right here. Got this little rabbit, some cats, these little Frankenstein skeletons, miniature spider skeletons. There's armadillo skeleton, that's crazy. Take a look at this demon skull with the horns on it. That's pretty cool. Take a look at this alligator skull here. That is awesome. Very strange though, but still cool. This dinosaur skull, I guess. Mouth moves, it looks like. That's pretty interesting. So that's it for this table over here filled with stuff. I know I didn't cover everything in detail, but come on, look how much stuff there is. Let's take a look at this next table down here. What does this do? There's a warning sign on it. Oh, literally just lights up. I'm not sure why they need to put the warning on there. That's a little weird. But here we have even more stuff over here. Just seems to be a lot of like floral decor, a lot of dark flowers over here. Take a look at these Venus fly traps. Those are cool. This fungi covered skull is pretty neat. That's all right. Oh, that's actually awesome. Look at that little wraith coming out of the book there. That's awesome. Look at this little lantern there. Headless skeleton statues, some skeleton statues. These are pretty neat. This lights up. Standard stuff if you ask me, but still all pretty cool. Nothing's wrong with it per se, but just a lot of the same old. Look at this big phantom. It's cool. And this one is really cool here. It does look like he lights up, so let's oh, there's no try me button, but yeah, take a look at that. Little scythe he's holding. Lantern. That's a cool outdoor sort of decoration statue you can put up there. Some books, some book statues, more skeletal gnomes. Oh, here we have a animated candy bowl. I don't really see anything to turn them on. Got a tombstone. Some more. This big skeleton statue with the scythe here, almost using it as an oar, it looks like, does light up. I'm guessing it's just the eyes. And I guessed correctly. Still cool though. This little skull in the thing there, I'm not really sure why, but oh, we got a
Closer, please. Let's the doctor have a look.
It's pretty much a Gemmy animatronic that's sold every year here.
So, you want to be my next experiment? Interesting.
Whatever. That thing has just been sold here like for the past 5 years, I want to say. Here we got this cool looking statue with the wings. That is actually awesome. Probably very expensive though, but still a really cool looking statue there. We got these big candles they pretty much sell every year. These are neat, I guess, if you need something for outside and you want to keep it classy, I guess if you want to say. And we just have these dark trees. I'm not really sure who's buying those. We got this pillow with the fancy dress skeleton on it. Again, I'm pretty sure that might be concept art from Gemmy, but I could be completely wrong there. We got some more tombstones and just more little statues. Take a look at this gargoyle here. It's a pretty cool looking gargoyle. Another little phantom of sorts. All this is pretty cool. Take a look at this huge skull pile, I guess, bird bath almost. I can't really use it as a bird bath, but this is crazy looking. Take a look at all those skulls, the bird on there. It's actually a really cool statue. Take a look at this Nightmare Before Christmas welcome sign. That is really cool. You got Jack on there. You got a little pumpkin at the top. Take a look at all these groundbreaker hands. Mummy hands, I guess. Those look pretty cool. We have this entire shelf here littered with Halloween stuff. Let's start with this scarecrow guy here. This is probably animated, I want to say. Looks like his eyes do light up, but let me try to find, here we go. Not working, does the one behind him work? Nah, none of these are working, that's unfortunate. It's still a cool looking scarecrow, I'm guessing probably the legs kick on it, or maybe just the eyes light up. It is a cool looking scarecrow skull. That's neat. These light up spider cocoons look pretty cool. I can imagine people hanging these up and doing a little spider web scene. You got big spider webs there. This big happy Halloween sign. We got this, which appears to be animated. Let's try him. Not working. Well, that sucks, but he's pretty cool looking. I'll try to lift this up here. Yeah, it's a pretty gnarly looking zombie face, but pretty cool. Pretty interesting sort of character here. We got these. Then we got these witch things,
Some more man-eating plants type stuff. Please park your broom at the door. That's pretty cool. These massive skulls right here. Those are huge. Some more witch-themed stuff. Look at this little skull with the hat on him. That's pretty cool. We got some more home witch decor right here. This stuff is alright. Definitely not my thing, but still pretty cool. We got these giant man-eating plants in this pot here. Those look pretty neat. Take a look at this uncanny looking man-eating plant with the human teeth. Why they chose human teeth, I don't know, but again, certainly uncanny and weird looking. Here we got a candy bowl. Does this work?
That's a good one. Made with my favorite ingredient.
Pretty standard candy bowl there. Think of these books. I'm not sure why you'd want this one inside the glass dome there, but the stack of books themselves right here are pretty cool looking. I like this whole red and black color scheme they're going for here, especially with this house. That is a cool little haunted house diorama. Take a look at this smaller little man-eating plant. Once again with the weird human teeth, but I think this is a pretty decent tabletop decoration. Does it have eyes on the top? No, it's just sort of like a piranha plant almost with little spots on it. Here we have some little small tabletop decorations now. Again, with the plant themed stuff, we got this spooky looking mushroom with the eye. And we got this big man-eating plant. It's small, but take a look at how big he is in this pot there with octopus tentacles and eyes for some reason. Very interesting design there, I have to say. And we have another man-eating plant, it looks like. This one almost looks like an animal like that. Almost looks like a monkey face, I want to say, like a baboon. Interesting design and pretty cool. I feel like the plant theme stuff is pretty untapped right now, and I think At Home is doing a good job kind of filling that void, but still pretty cool little decor regardless. We just have some more witch, not my really cup of tea stuff over here, but just give you a quick little view at it. We got a little Jack Skellington blow mold. I do like that little guy right there. And then we have these mini hangers right here, Jack. And of course you can't have Jack without Zero. The Zero one is pretty cool. $7 though. Yeah, I'm not paying $7 for something that tiny. Then we got some ghosts and some witches. Well, this one, oh, it does light up, as you can see, sort of a pulsating light inside of there. Get to focus. There you go. That's pretty cool. And then in this aisle here, we have a whole bunch of stuff. Step inside, take a look. We got these little bottles, more Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. You got Zero on there. Not really sure what these bottles, the point of them being a bottle is for, but I still like the lights and the little design on there with Zero. That's cute. Here we got some skulls, some mini Nightmare Before Christmas pumpkin heads. I think they had these at Spirit Halloween one year. $4 is a little bit overpriced for these, but they're still pretty cute. Could have them lined up on like a mantelpiece or something. Just an idea for you guys there. Here we have some more random stuff, I guess. I don't even know what those are. Some big pumpkins down at the bottom, and even more big pumpkins on this side. Oh, pumpkin stack. Pumpkins, 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 and here we go. This seems to be a really popular item at Home this year. We got this one-eyed pumpkin with the crazy teeth. That is certainly a cool little blow mold piece. I'm assuming the whole thing lights up when you plug it in. And yeah, take a look at that guy. That is really interesting. I like the cartoony design though, I have to be honest. It does look pretty funky and pretty cool. And then more just standard plug-in jack-o'-lanterns and pumpkins. We got these massive pumpkins up top here. And below we have some skeletons, some standard posable skeletons. And in the box here we got like a tricycle riding skeleton that must be pretty big if it's in a box that big for $80. There's some shadow lights. I know the millennials will love this one. We got a bluey one. And we got a just standard pumpkin shadow light. That's pretty cool. We gotta look at the design up above. I'll do some basic hanging stuff here. Frankenstein is very detailed and realistic. We have some front door mats.
We got a whole bunch of lighting options. The hanging candles are cool. And yeah, just standard stuff. Some hanging witch hats. I actually like these a lot when people get a whole bunch of them and hang them up on like their porch or something. It looks cool, I can't lie. And just some more standard lighting. That's pretty cool. Candy corn pathway markers. I haven't seen anything like that. We got some more pathway markers with bomb with these flickering ghosts. And of course, you can't have pathway markers without having at least one jack-o'-lantern one. You got these little solar ones here. They look kind of ugly though with the big solar thing on top, so I wouldn't recommend these. Honestly, the ones at the Dollar Tree look better than this. Here we got some scarier decor, I guess you could say. Back with this zombie guy again. This one does light up actually, which is nice. We have these big SVI tombstones here now. They do have a try me button. Let's give it a whirl. Pretty standard SVI tombstone, but I do like the design of it a lot, and I like how the skull does have the light inside of it. That is a cool looking skull for sure. Here we have some dismembered feet once again. Take a look at this creepy doll skeleton. That is, ugh, that actually creeps me out. And we have this ghostly hanging bride here, I guess you could say. There's a look at the face. I don't see a try me button on it. It does look like the eyes light up, however. That's pretty cool. Here, I'll lift it up. Yeah, that's a pretty dumb looking face, but with the veil over it, it does look much creepier, I have to say. Then we got these little hanging ghosts here. More hanging witches. More little ghost standing ones, or these are more little hanging ghosts as well. And take a look at this jack-o'-lantern hanger here. Wow, it's actually really cool looking. I love the face on that thing. They are very tiny and $5 though, so I won't be getting it, but still pretty cool looking. And then here we got these big scarecrow jack-o'-lanterns, and they do work, so let's try it out. I'm not sure why it has carnival music, but whatever, I guess. That's definitely a strange choice of music there. The face on it is cool, and I guess for a standard little hanging scarecrow, it's not too bad. Here we have a whole bunch of cute Halloween decorations, which I still think are worth looking at. I actually do like this little blow mold of the pumpkin, ghost, and bat. We got these little Halloween trees. Again, I'll say it once. Again, I've said this so many times, I do not understand the Halloween tree thing. Still, if you put ornaments on a tree, it's gonna look Christmassy to me, no matter what those ornaments actually are. Here we have some bats, cute little bat plush there. Little ghost, this lights up, let's see what it does. Alright, maybe you could see, but it's like faintly changing colors inside there. I like how it looks though. We got this little ghost blow mold holding the pumpkin, very cute indeed. Little pumpkin stack. Here we got this pumpkin pillow. I almost missed this, but we got a harmonica playing skeleton. That's pretty cool. Here we got another little section of more traditional Halloween goodies, I want to say. Let's take a look. Take a look at this crazy looking pumpkin snow globe. That is actually really interesting. Here's a better look inside the pumpkin snow globe. I found another one on this side. Yeah, take a look at the little ghost dog, or dog dressed as a ghost, I should say. Little pumpkin, and I like how you got that scarecrow jack-o'-lantern there. That's cool. And we have some plushies, some gnomes, lots of pillows, lots and lots of pillows. And on this side we have these ghost guys. Those are pretty cool. You got these little white pumpkins, the pumpkins with the top hats. These pumpkin bat stack, that has to be one of the coolest pumpkin stacks I've seen. Definitely one of the most unique, really nice there. And we got this little SVI ghost black, let's try this. Speaker sounds to be very damaged on that thing, but they've been selling this at a multitude of stores for so many years now, and
I've just kind of grown old of it, but it's still cool. Look at these skeletons breaking out of the pumpkin here. That's pretty cool. I have this little haunted house here. I got this gnome with the big pumpkin stack hat. That's pretty cool. We got this big pumpkin here. That thing is alright, I guess. Again, it's been sold for so long now.
How's it going, guys? It's the Pixelated Pumpkin, and today we are at Spirit Halloween for the 2024 season. This is a big store. They have so much. We'll be taking a look at the animatronics, the home decor, the masks, and so much more. So let's get inside.
Here we are inside the Carnival now, and take a look at all they got. This is just the front setup, and they have basically all of it in the store. This is really cool. Take a look at the Carnival sign here, and Jack the Reaper up front. Here's Night Terror. That's kind of funny. His head is attached super loosely, so it makes it look like it's shaking around a lot more than it's supposed to. That is really cool. Yeah, I put him third worst in my ranking list, but really, I mean, he's not that bad. This guy's really growing on me. I mean, he's the Sunstar prop, so he basically gets deserved to get shafted at third worst, but take a look at his base. I mean, seriously, they couldn't even put a normal steel base, and that is literally a Sunstar base. So, yeah, I can't respect this guy too much, but I do like the face. Moving over, we have the deluxe ghost face animatronic.
Strange that you and I have never spoken on the phone. This is long overdue.
That is pretty cool. Let's do him one more time. The head tilts, and he does the step.
Did you miss me?
Alright, this guy has definitely grown on me a lot since I first saw him. He's pretty cool in person. Let's step into the Carnival now. And wow, we got the whole setup going on basically. Let's start with Giant Death Ray, who just barely fits in the store. Look how far I have to back up, and he is still barely in shot. That is so awesome. Let's do Death Ray one more time. Take a look at the lights on the body. How cool is that? He just barely fits in here, just barely. Yeah, that is so cool. Moving on, we have Demonic Gatekeeper. Let's take a look.
This is the point of no return. Your cries and screams are futile.
Wow, that is so awesome. Let's do him again. Well, you gotta wait for him to reset, but yeah, it's cool to see his mouth working. At the other store I went to, his mouth was unfortunately not on, but take a look at that awesome, gnarly face.
I am the guardian of tormented souls.
You can attack a fog
machine.
You have crossed over into my world. Now you will endure eternal pain.
That is so cool. I love this dude. I don't care what people say. People say this guy's generic, overrated. No, this guy is awesome. Here we have the Carnival Fortune booth now. Nobody's in it, but back up to take a look at the whole themes here. There you go. This is the whole Fortune booth side. Let's head over to the Wheel of Fate now. Here we are at the Wheel of Fate. Give it a spin. There you go. What did it land on? Oh, congrats, you get to live. That is fantastic. It's my lucky day, I assume. Up first is Mac Straw. Take a look at the pitchfork up top. Absolutely awesome. Take a look at the base down there. The floating effect. Look, I think this guy with the floating effect is cool, but he's just so tiny in person. Here is Sitting Scarecrow, who's not working, but he's just sitting there. He looks pretty cool. And here we have a familiar face, being Heckles the Clown.
I think I'm starting my own carnival right here. You want to join my clown troupe?
Take a look at the
You have a
balloon.
pretty funny face.
The projector
You'd be a
is so
natural.
cool in there.
I'll let you know the details. It's all a bit up in the air. Better buy a balloon in the meantime, kiddo. Oh, you still don't want any? That makes me a sad clown.
Alright. His voice is obnoxiously whiny, but still, I think he's a really cool clown, actually. I love the balloon. And he's talking about starting his own carnival. Well, it looks like he actually did. Anyways, let's do one more time.
Nothing like a good carnival to really lift your spirits, right?
It's your funeral.
Mine.
There you go. How cool is
Come
that?
on! Buy a balloon already? You can have any color balloon you'd like. No? Then buzz off, why don't you?
Bro needs to stop whimpering. Anyways, the Wheel of Fate booth is all set up. Take a look at all the plushies they got hanging up. Absolutely love how they hung up plushies on it. Such a smart idea. Take a look at the Michael Myers, Crouchy, and the Nightmare Harvester. Absolutely awesome. We have some more of the plushies now. Ghostface, Sam, Victor. Fortunately, they don't have them set up at this store, but they had a whole bunch of stuff. And in the back, we have the Down the Duck game with Monty, and for the first time ever, me seeing him in person, Toothy the Clown. He's an online only. If you hear that music, it's because they actually have a soundtrack going along with the theme this year, which is very loud. But let's take a listen and look at Toothy.
The only thing you have to fear is fear itself and me.
Wow. Do it again?
Hey, do I look snazzy or what? I must be the only guy you know that shaves with a chainsaw.
I have to say, seeing him in person,
There's a
he
lot
is really
you
not
can do with
great,
a
but
clown.
look at the
You can take me out for
activators.
birthday parties. I'll always bring a smile when you're sad. I'll even cry at your funeral. Ha! No, I won't.
Wow, what a jerk. Here we have Monty the Monkey set up inside the Down the Duck game. Let's activate him. After seeing Barnaby, I have to say this guy has grown on me a little bit. Monty, for sure, is pretty cool. I like it. Let's do it one more time. I still don't understand the whole standing on the box thing, but whatever. Yep, Monty is pretty scary looking. The down the duck game as we have here might be a little bit hard to hear, but we have so much cool stuff going on. There you got the lights. There you got the down the duck game. And take a look at the sides here. We got a poster for Young Crouchy, which I'm just not going to talk about that. Here we have these cool burnt up. What even happened? It looks like they did this themselves. They burnt up some of the flyers. That is so cool. Take a look at the Henry Hustle poster, all crinkled and burnt. And look, you even got the hairless ringmaster. That's before he's decided to grow out his mustache, I guess. That's cool, yeah. And here we have this Monty poster here. That's awesome. And we got the more burnt up carnival flyers. Here we have this awesome Silent and Deadly poster, which I did buy. Only $1, but the real one doesn't have these burn marks. Again, I don't know who did these, but they're really cool looking and really creepy back here. And here we have the Flame Spitter poster. That's not even an animatronic, so that's interesting. So that's it for the front theme right now. So many cool animatronics. So many cool themes. Honestly, I really love the Carnival this year, and especially what they did with the Down the Duck game has kind of pushed back a little bit, so they're able to fit it here. I really like what they did in this store, so that's really cool. Just take a look at everything one last time as I walk over through here.
Snazzy or what? I must be the only guy you know that shaves with a chainsaw.
All really cool stuff in the front theme for sure. Giant Death Ray, Demonic Gatekeeper, all of it is awesome.
I have been patiently waiting. Your destiny now lies.
Here we are in the back theme, and it is massive. Let's just take a look around. They got Nibbles, they got Wanda, they got Cotton Candy Dan moving around even more. They have, what's this dude's name? Nozzles. Nozzles the clown. I can't believe I forgot that. Nozzles. We got the mirrors. We got Gray Jumping Spider. We got Barnaby, and we got Bobby Strings. Let's start with Bobby here.
I've got a frightening fairy tale to tell you before you go to bed tonight.
Yeah, this dude is just massive in person. He is the only animatronic, I would say, that exceeds the expectations of size.
You're the villain in the fairy tale, and nobody likes you. Don't worry, I'll be your friend forever. No strings attached.
Wow. That audio is just actually awful. I don't know who thought that was a good idea so you can talk about fairy tales and stupid kid stuff like that, but yeah, if there's a prop made for babies, this is it right here, but alright, I mean, look, I think he looks stupid and dumb, but I do like the puppet concept here a lot, and it is cool what they have going on with this mechanism up here. Let's do him one more time.
Oh boy, you finally made it! I pulled some strings to get you here. Please come hang out with me, and I'll loop you in on the disturbing things that we have going on around here. They say a maniac is on the loose, but I wouldn't want to string you along with some awful rumor. But just in case,
the only thing awful are the string puns this guy makes. Two ones I do not like at all in a row, but here's Barnaby the Bear. Okay, I guess with the right lighting, this dude does look a little creepy, especially with these spotlights spinning around, if you notice those. Look at that. I love these rotating spotlights. Look at that. That is so cool. But Barnaby is just not it, in my opinion. He should have been a zombie bear. The animation's cool. I think the uniqueness here is on point, but it should have been a zombie. Let's do it one more time. There you go, there's Barnaby. Now we have the most underrated prop of the year, the Gray Jumping Spider. And And he's completely broken. Wow. Wow. What the heck? Poor guy is not working, but oh well. It's making a very loud clicking noise. Here we have Nozzles, the clown. Let's take a look at him.
I just ooze with Halloween spirit. I also ooze all
Nozzles
kinds of
is from
toxic
2022,
stuff.
of
Don't
course.
worry, it's only lethal in large doses.
Doesn't have the fog machine attachment hooked up, unfortunately,
I'm
but
the picture of hell.
he's alright in my opinion.
This will probably make you live longer.
His mouth really should have moved though. But other than that, I mean, the design is very creative and unique. Except the fact he's a clown, but still, I like it. Very cool. Alright, so that was it for this side of the ISE. Let's go around back and see the other side. Here we are on the other side now, and unfortunately Wanda isn't working, but we do have Cotton Candy Dan.
Get your cotton candy here! We've added some new ingredients. I think you're gonna like it.
You know what, for once, I won't agree with people on this clown. I think he's good. A lot of people are saying he's overrated, but I think he's great.
Attention all kiddos! Attention all kiddos! I found the lost parent! He belongs to anyone here?
That is awesome, in my opinion. I love this guy. He's silly, but he's also creepy at the same time. One more time.
Better be careful walking around at this place. You can get in all kinds of sticky situations here.
Very, very cool. Well, I was mistaken. Wanda is just on censor, and it wasn't working for me before. But there she goes. That is cool. Let's try to get her to go again. Yeah, I don't know. I can't get her to consistently go. I don't even... Where is the motion sensor on this thing? I don't even know, but Wanda is awesome. Now, let's take a look at the motion tracking clown Nibbles. There he goes. He sees me. Gotta kind of do like an under angle, or I could do the above angle here. Will it work still? Yep.
I hope you don't mind. I like the way you walk.
I do like Nibbles. He is... It's cool. Look, I know a lot of people don't like this guy, and I was originally a big hater of him, but I think the motion tracking is so cool. Take a look at the lollipop. You could get really far away. Like, look. Look at this. Still tracking me, and I'm probably like a solid almost 10 feet away. Alright, well, it's a little bit inconsistent when it gets that far, but still really, really cool. I do like the motion tracking a lot.
Yeah, you.
Here we got some of the Carnival posters. Get a look at that. I'm definitely picking some of those up. They're only $1, which is nice. Take a look at the string lights we got going on in the back. I love how those are synchronized and stuff. All that's really cool. But there's one thing left to do in this back theme here, and that's to enter the Fun House of Terror. This is going to be awesome. Let's go inside. Here we go. And I smell the cotton candy right away. Take a look at this awesome looking clown face here. There I am. With my Death Clock shirt on. You can't even see it. But here is Silent and Deadly. How awesome is that? I'm definitely getting his poster. There's Silent and Deadly, Henry Hustle, and not Barnaby, Monty the Monkey for the posters. Here are the scent things. As you can see, it says Froggy's Fog there, Froggy's Fragrance. They make fog machine stuff and they do all the fragrances. So this is a little cotton candy scented fan blower here, which is cool. There I am again in my Death Clock t-shirt. Really cool stuff. And yeah, this is pretty much it for this little walkthrough back here. All really cool. There's Silent Deadly going again on the hologram fan. This is a pretty cool walkthrough. I really like the lighting in it. I think the clown faces are cool and the mirrors are certainly cool as well. All right, let's go through once really quickly. Here we go. There's poor George on the hologram fan. Look at all the stuff going on. And then we exit out through here. Here we have some animatronic boxes now. They have Deathstalker in stores this year. I had no idea, but that is awesome. Nibbles the clown. True monstrosity of a clown right there. I do like the motion tracking. Here we have giant Death Rays box. Absolutely giant. Cotton Candy Dan, can't go wrong with him. Barnaby, my least favorite from the year. Strawman holdover. These new foam coffins, which look really detailed. I really wish they would set one up though. Behind that we got like a howling spirit, yep. Buzzsaw, I guess he's returning this year in box only. Here's Bobby Strings' box. Gravestone Ghoul, and Scary Sitting Scarecrow. Here we have even more animatronic boxes. This store is super stocked. We got my favorite Reaper animatronic of all time, the Black Heart. Emmeline, Rat Girl, not sure why she's in stores this year. A Night Terror box, Scary Sitting Scarecrow once again, another Gravestone Ghoul, Desmodus, Bubba, Man's Possessed Friend. How much more Man's Possessed Friends can you possibly have? He's been back for literally like a 5-year streak now, if not more than that. Giant Death Ray once again. Take a look at this collector's minion. This store is getting some online onlys, and that's really weird, but still really cool. And who knows, maybe he is an inbox only prop this year, because I have seen people have him at their stores in like videos and stuff, but I've not seen him set up yet, but this one is definitely a bad one. And then here's Night Terror's box from the front. Here we got some more boxes, and I'm seeing some already really interesting faces on these. We got normal sitting scarecrows, Gravestone Ghoul again, and take a look at this. They have a box for Spike here. What is this guy doing at this store? That is really weird seeing these online onlys in stores this year. And then we have Stilts the Clown. Bobby Strings' box is enormous. Wow. That's a huge box, but I would understand for having such a big, blocky head. And here's Reagan. And we have the Crypt Keeper too. They just call him the Creeper, but wow. That is really interesting seeing him here. And here we have the static ghost face. And well, it's not great. Here we have a whole bunch of horror babies and zombie babies now, and let's take a look at them all. Here we got Sam from the Trick or Treat movies, obviously a modern classic right there. Then we got Pennywise from the It movies. I really like these horror babies, and I like how they actually make them look like babies. And then we got probably my favorite one, the Michael Myers one. He looks pretty cute. And then here we got Leatherface, and you know what, no, scratch that. This is my favorite one, the Ghostface one. I love the little face he has on. He looks so happy. Here we have some zombie babies. I'm not recognizing any new ones here. Here we have Gutsy Gwen. This one isn't working. Her head is supposed to turn, but she's a creepy little zombie baby for sure. Then we have the angel, or the cherub here, the devil cherub. He's pretty cool looking. And then we have Spider Biter Billy and the rat-eating zombie baby. Here we have the Tomb of Lost Souls ISE, mini ISE, I guess you could say, the Photo Op ISE. This thing is pretty creepy looking, definitely a throwback to last year's theme. Get a look at those creepy faces. Here we have an animated tombstone here. Get a look at that. The bell ringing is so cool. The muffled screams don't sound very good though, I'll be honest, but still a cool looking tombstone regardless, and I love the little bit of animation it has. Here's a look at some of the other tombstones. These are pretty cool. A lot of stuff from last year. Definitely, they don't do too many new tombstones except for the animated ones this year, which are cool. Just cool stuff all around though. Here we have a ton of skeletons. Take a look at this two-headed bird, the big fish, the gargoyle skeleton, which I think is cool. It's new for this year. The squids, which have been around for a while now. Take a look at these skulls. Get a look at that one. That's awesome. It's like a scaly skull and it's red. That is so cool. Here we have the other scaly skull, but it is like a gray color. Not as cool. Tree skull. This one. Here's this little baby alien skeleton. That's cool. The snail is awesome. I've always liked the snail. Some goat heads. Some turtles. The skeleton turtles are so cool. Here we got a two-headed snake. A big bat, the digital eye skeleton, this head with a spinal cord attached to a pelvis, that's funny. Smaller skeletons, alien skeletons, just some more skeleton. So many skeletons. We got this death moth, that is sick. And take a look at this skeleton wreath. That's a weird looking skull, but I do like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre throwback there. Take a look at this pentagram skull. That is equally as cool. So awesome. Skull wind chime, another reference to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And take a look at this hanging goat skull. It's almost like a mask, but it's not. You're meant to hang it up. That's really interesting. Here we have a whole bunch of spooky animals. We got the secret keeping cat, the typical black cat, the zombie seagulls, which are new, the zombie squirrel, which is also new. I think the zombie squirrel might be my favorite. Then we got the bunny from last year, the crows, and take a look at this snail. This is something I've not seen yet. Wow, that is really cool. Arguably much better than the skeleton snails, but wow, that's gross and very creepy looking. Look at the skull shell, that is awesome. And we got Scabs, the dog, a modern classic in my opinion. And here, take a look at this cocoon thing. This spider web cocoon, that is nasty looking. And we got this posable latex spider, which is definitely interesting. I don't know they made latex spiders now, but that's cool. Here we have the chop shop. Take a look at this pig head. That is nasty. The pig leg, the hands, all a bunch of really gross gore right here, but always really cool. Take a look at this hanging Jack the Reaper. I believe this is new for this year, and this is very cool. I've not seen this in person yet, but this is actually awesome. Take a look at that mascot's face right there. So he just makes some generic sounds and the eyes light up, but that's a pretty cool hanging decoration. Here we have this pumpkin one, which I always love. Just a creepy hanging one, some more. Take a look at these zombies. These have been sold for a while, but they're some of my favorite decorations here. Look how gross and gory that is. And here we just have some simple ghosts, all pretty cool. Here we have this new Crypt Keeper bust from Tales from the Crypt. That is actually awesome looking. I should admit, I have not seen any of the Tales of the Crypt before, but this is still a really cool looking bust here. Then we got Sam on his little pumpkin. Guess he's not lighting up. This one is the Sam holding the pumpkin with the cool pumpkin face. Ooh, I haven't seen this. A Frankenstein bust. Now, Home Depot obviously has Frankenstein animatronic at their store this year, but Spirit Halloween looks like they got the merchandise down for Frankenstein. Really cool looking. Here we have some Michael Myers statues with the pumpkin. I've always wished they would just use the pumpkin that is in the beginning of the first movie for this one here. It doesn't make sense to me why they didn't do that, but still pretty cool looking. Here we have one of my favorite new decorations, the Mars Attacks Martian statue. Look at how the Earth is basically getting destroyed there. That has to be the coolest statue they've made. Like seriously, that is so awesome. Then we just have some Killer Clowns merchandise from previous years, all pretty cool. Here we have the massive Mars Attacks atomic ray gun. How badass does that look? That is huge. Here we have the mini horror babies, and I'm not sure what the point of this is, but I do know they were included in the swag bags at the Flagship store this year. Yeah, I don't really understand why they made these, but I guess they're pretty cool collector's items.
Here we have a whole bunch of side steppers now. I like the side steppers. Let's take a look at the slim one. Oh, I'm sorry, spiky. I'm pretty positive I have a Funko Pop of that guy. It's literally in the background of my videos, and I don't even know which killer clown it is, but I'm pretty sure it's this guy. We have Ghostface. This one works. There we go.
That is pretty cool. I like the blood all over the mask. Here we have Chucky. Which one of these works? None of them. Sorry about that. Here we have Michael Myers. Do these? This one works. There we go. I think this one's new, if I'm not mistaken. Halloween 2, because that seems like the only license you could get for the Halloween franchise. Pretty cool looking though, definitely. I like the face on this one. It looks very accurate to the movie, which we don't see on the real life-size animatronics, which sucks. And here we have the Leatherface one. And there you go. These side steppers are always interesting. I wish the chainsaw spun just like the prop, but I think it's fine the way it is. Here we have a Good Guys Chucky doll. I believe this is the Trick or Treat Studios one. Get a look at that creep right there. And here is the Glenn doll. We got an Annabelle doll and a Sam doll as well. Here is the lighting display now, and wow, this is actually really cool. Here we have the fire and ice lights all set up. The only sad thing about this year's inclusion of this is that they don't set up the fire and ice lights in the theme anymore, which always helped make the themes look a lot brighter and shine some light on the animatronics, so I'm really sad about that, but it is cool that we do have this. Take a look at this purple one, that's cool. I like the bat projection one. It looks like they're flapping their wings, that's awesome. We got this ghostly woman projection one, and just some more standard fire and ice lights all throughout. Welcome to the mask section now, and holy crap, they have a lot of masks here. Let's try to find some of the new ones. I see some Ghostface looking around, those are pretty cool. A Scary Movie Ghostface mask, I absolutely love that one. Some Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherfaces, and this looks like it's new. Take a look at this Pennywise mask, that is really scary looking. I have not seen a Pennywise mask with that expression on it yet, but that's cool. We got the Lord of the Rings Gollum, the Goosebumps mask, that is so cool. Terrifier Art the Clown, that one's new. Jeepers Creepers, the Creeper, I'm pretty sure this one's new. Take a look at the Nightmare Bunny. That is a really cool and really gross and creepy looking mask. Then we got this new Ice Cream Clown. This one is all right looking. Here we have this skeleton with chest mask. This is new. It's pretty interesting looking, I guess, and you do have a little bit of a front flap there. Obviously, there's a ton of masks we didn't look at. I was just trying to highlight the new ones, but yeah, they have so many masks. Here we have some Five Nights at Freddy's merchandise here. You gotta look at these new backpacks, I wanna say. Yeah, these are like bags. You could unzip them and put stuff in there. That's pretty interesting. The Foxy looks like the standard Foxy plush. And this is like a stylized version of Freddy. Not sure what they're going with here, but it does look pretty cool. And definitely not the Five Nights at Freddy's I grew up with, all this new glam rock animatronic stuff, but I think it's all still pretty cool. Here we have the massive Killer Clowns popcorn gun. That is so cool. And a whole bunch of Killer Clowns merchandise now. Take a look at all that. Here we have a ton of the t-shirts now. Look how many there are this year. We got a whole bunch. Take a look at this Beetlejuice one. We got Terrifier, a lot of Terrifier stuff this year. And they're all fully stocked with all of this. Here's the handbook for the recently deceased. And here we have some sandworm string lights. You see, they don't make any noise, but they do light up. Will this one light up a little bit brighter? No, it seems like the lighting is pretty faint inside them, but it also could be because it's so bright in the store. Here are all the throw blankets. These are all pretty cool looking for sure. Wow, they seriously have a lot of these blankets this year. I didn't know they were such good sellers, but yeah. Oh, new Mars Attacks one. That is really cool looking. Yeah, just take a look at all of those. All themes from movies or Spirit Halloween. Really cool. Here we got the Mind Flayer from Dungeons & Dragons. That is awesome. Here we have all the inflatables. Take a look at this brand new Jack the Reaper archway. That is awesome. We also have this clown here. We got the creepy girls on a swing here. These are all pretty cool. Here we have the new animatronic activator switch. This is pretty awesome. The thing at the top does light up there. They're selling these at the Flagship store for only $10, but now they are $35, so that is a big price jump. Here we have the Extreme Haunted sound effects box. Not working. Here we have another animatronic activator switch. These were the ones from last year, the graveyard ones. We got another swinging girl, and here is a box for Grave Watcher. She should be with the rest of the animatronics, but I guess they put her up here for some reason. She's always a cool one. Here we have some pathway markers, the classic pumpkins. And then we got these. Do these light up? There you go. These are some nice lanterns. And then we got the bat lanterns all the way at the top. There's sort of a weird effect going on inside them. I don't know what it is, but it certainly looks cool. Here we have a whole bunch of the signs and art prints now, and take a look at the Bates Motel sign. That's just awesome. I do want this, but I'm sure it is way too expensive. That is so cool though. Absolutely love Psycho and Alfred Hitchcock, and that is such a cool sign. Here we have Welcome to Haddonfield. It's a cool Michael Myers one. And that's the Haunted Mansion from Disney. Some more Michael Myers. We have these vinyls, it looks like. That is cool how they kind of have that. That is interesting for sure. We got Ghostface, just a whole bunch of classic stuff. There you got Lock, Shock, and I don't know where the other one is, but we got Oogie Boogie and Jack up front. Oh, looks like one of the vinyls broke. Rip. Beating You from Jeepers Creepers. Cool. Here we have some of the prints now. This Art the Clown one is very creepy. There we got Ghostface, Michael Myers, Leatherface, American Gothic with Laurie Strode and Michael. And there we got the twins from Psycho, Sam. Here we got a whole bunch of cool stuff over here. I like these director slates. Those are awesome. And here we got this cool Frankenstein one. Wow, that's very detailed. All really cool stuff here. Here we got some of the wreaths and stuff now. We got this new, I'm pretty sure this is new, Haunted Mansion one. Classic Ghostface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Sam from Trick or Treat, and we just got some generic ones down here. Here we have an absolute ton of spooky costumes. These are all pretty cool. Wow, look at this Anubis one. That is sick. Lots of new ones, it looks like. I'm not going to go through every single one. Look at this giant horror rabbit. That is just funny. This is all pretty cool. The Lord Raven costume I absolutely love. Yeah, so a few old ones, a few new ones mixed in. A lot of classics over the years here, I'm noticing. But this is all still pretty cool costumes. Oh, here we got a Night Terror. Here we got a Nightcrawler one. I don't know if that's new or not, but it looks pretty scary looking. How's it going, guys? It's the Pixelated Pumpkin, and today we are at Lowe's for the Halloween 2024 season. As you can see, they pretty much have every single animatronic set up, and I have to say, all of these are looking so cool in person. We've got a ton in the back here, a ton in the front, and really just so much to look at. There is seriously an insane amount of animatronics at Lowe's this year, so let's take a look at all of it. Starting off, we have the Nevermore Academy archway. This is from the series Wednesday, and this guy right here, I believe, is the main villain from that TV show, Joseph Crackstone. Let's take a look at what he does.
I will not stop till I've expunged this new world of every outcast, godless creature. My vengeance will be swift and true.
Well, I have not seen the show Wednesday, so I'm not exactly sure what this guy does, but he does have a fog machine attachment, which is what that thing is supposed to do. It's supposed to blow fog right out of there. Let's take one more look.
I will not stop till I've expunged this new world of every outcast, godless creature. My vengeance will be swift and true.
This guy is absolutely massive in person. I'm not sure the exact height of him, but absolutely huge regardless. Now let's start taking a look at the main chunk of animatronics. We have so many here, so let's get started with this really weird, I must admit, looking gargoyle guy. Let's see what he does.
I'd warn you to stay away, but I want to see what happens.
Not exactly sure which company makes this prop. I don't think it's Techie, so I'm gonna assume Jemmy, and this thing is just kind of stupid looking. We'll do one more time.
We have been waiting for you.
Yeah, this thing is lame. One more time.
Yes, come closer. Come right up. This
Well, it's just so weird looking. I mean, the face, like, I just think it's dumb. I'm sorry. We'll do one last time.
At last, I have waited so long for this moment.
I mean, it's cool we have an animated gargoyle. We'd never see much of those, but still, I wish this thing was a lot better. Now, here we have my favorite Lowe's animatronic this year, the Deep Sea Diver. Get a look at this dude. This seems like it's straight out of Scooby-Doo. I could not love it more. Turn him on.
I know they're down here. I just can't see them yet. Oh, there they are. I've never seen anything like this. Or at least get one before they get me.
Very simple in terms of the movement, but the looks are absolutely crazy. This guy is insane. Let's do him one more time.
Back, you evil monsters! Back!
Take a look at that harpoon there. That is awesome. Take a look at the face. I love the skeleton face and the helmet here too. Absolutely insane looking. Very cool. You know, he is very, very simple though. Just a quick side to side. Wish he did a little bit more, but still absolutely love this guy. Here's our next one, the Sea Witch from Jemmy. I have to say, the Techie Toys variation of this that they have at Lowe's this year. I don't know why they made two versions of the same prop from different companies. Oh well. Anyways, let's take a look.
It was a night like this, many moons ago. My beloved sailed into the dark seas, never to return. I've been waiting 200 years at this very spot for my ghostly mariner to reappear. Have you seen my beloved? Have you seen him?
I actually can't say this one is all too bad. Definitely not a great one though, and again, I do think the Techie Toys, basically same exact version of this Sea Witch right here, is much better with the servo movements, but I guess this is a little bit cheaper, and still a cool concept. Here we have the Big Kraken now. This one is definitely one of the most popular items at Lowe's this year. Fortunately, is not lit up, but take a look at the detailing. Really, really crazy looking and very cool. Here we have the captain, the undead captain. Let's see what he does.
Abandoned ship, it's sink or swim in the river of death.
Yeah, this dude is definitely another one of my favorites. I absolutely love the mug on that guy. Really creepy. Though he is definitely supposed to be moving the handle. Now he's driving the boat really fast. But yeah, that is really cool. Let's do him one more time.
The struggling cries for help.
Take a look at that massive boat steering wheel. That is so cool looking.
Of the angry sea's death. Oh, how I miss the lovely adventures on the sea.
Very, very creepy. Definitely gives me John Carpenter the Fog vibes. Let's do him once more.
I drive the wheel, crushed by waves, our timbers groan and wail. Grit wide behind me, we hoist the dead man's tail.
A little bit smaller in person, I must say, than I was expecting, but still an absolutely awesome one. So creepy. Now here we have the 12-foot gravedigger. Let's see what this guy does. All right, I love the eye movement.
Into the masters above. Your soul shall be vanquished in the deepest, darkest dungeon if you do not leave now.
This dude is absolutely enormous and absolutely pretty cool, I guess. Not my favorite. I don't like the fact he's a gravedigger. Doesn't make sense for something like that to be 12 feet tall. But take a look at the massive, massive shovel here. That is really cool. And on the other side of him, I'll show you, he does have the bag with the skeleton hanging out, and he's holding. That's really cool. Let's do him one more time.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. You will roam through the valley of death for all eternity. With all of us.
Alright, the eye movement is insane there. Now we have the 12-foot scarecrow. Let's see if we can get him to go. Alright, well, we do have the 12-foot scarecrow working. Let's see.
Wander in the pale moonlight, searching for new prey to join them in the night. Run for your life and don't.
Very creepy. I really, really like the 12-foot scarecrow. Definitely better than this guy, but, you know, I still like both, I would say. Really, really cool. Still very cool looking in person. Definitely enormous. The 12 feet, you can definitely feel it with this one. He even seems to be a tiny bit taller than the Gravedigger here. I don't know if that's just because he has a bigger hat, but yeah, it does look like he does have about a foot or so on the Gravedigger there. Still really cool. I love the massive scythe. Anyways, here we have one of my favorite trios right here, being the Skeleton Rocker Band. Unfortunately, the keyboard player is an online only, but we have my absolute favorite of the band being the singer right here. Let's turn him on.
I love Halloween. Put another tree to the tree bag, baby.
These
Take a look at
Bluetooth weepers
Tombstone,
can play
lights
any
up.
song from your
So cool.
Bluetooth phone or device. Just pair to one Reaper. Choose a song from your device and watch and listen as they move and flash lights to your music. And you can even connect 2 or more of these oversized rockers, and they'll play together as a band. Set them on your porch, put them on your favorite Halloween playlist, and let them rock out for the entire neighborhood or trick-or-treaters all Halloween night.
Come on, it's your time to dance with me.
Awesome, awesome. I absolutely love this guy. Alright, I did attach the Bluetooth, and we got these 2 Reapers playing now. How cool is that? You can actually put your own Bluetooth on it. But this is actually bad, because somebody is definitely going to do some pretty heinous stuff with the Bluetooth in the store one of these days. Alright, now we got my outro music playing. Just wait for it. Here it comes. Alright, ready? Ready? Let's go! Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. That is actually awesome. Let's go. That is awesome. I have to say, my favorite one is easily the singer, though. Absolutely metal. I love to see the metal hard rock stuff. It's so cool. Anyways, we got 2 more animatronics on this side. I thought we just had this guy left, but no. We have the Sunstar looking witch. $80. Very overpriced for this, but let's see her.
So, you want some treats?
So she basically has Night Terror's animation, proving my point that Night Terror is a Sunstar prop. Basically, let's do it one more time.
It's a mask.
Not even sure why they would set this thing up. Here we have the gigantic, I mean, this thing is so huge a person, handstand clown. This thing is so tall, probably around 8 or 9 feet tall, I want to say. Take a look at the booty there. That is a cool looking clown. Let's turn him on. That is so, so cool. Let's do him again. I love the kicking legs.
And just honestly, this thing is a really, really cool clown. And again, it's so massive in person. At least it feels so massive. Again, I did not realize this guy had such a booty on him. Anyways, this is such a cool clown. I love the color scheme as well. All around amazing here. Let's do him one last time. Very, very creepy. All right, that was it for this big group of animatronics, but we still have a lot more animatronics in the back. It just never ends at Lowe's. I mean, seriously, I think they have more animatronics here than at Home Depot and Spirit Halloween combined. It's really crazy, but let's take a look in the back now. Let's walk through now and take a look at all the Wednesday stuff. We got some Halloween stuff on this side as well, just some general decor, a few little groundbreakers. And look at these tiny little gates here. $20 each is crazy, but let's take a look at all the Wednesday goodies. Here we have some of the Wednesday merchandise now, starting with, oh wow, I did not expect to see a jump scare there. We got this little book with the hand on it. I forget what the hand is called. And a spider pops out. I guess we'll do that one more time. But first, let's take a look at this little Wednesday right here with the violin.
My personal philosophy is kill or be killed.
That's pretty cool. Let's take a look at this book one more time. The finger tapping is very cool.
Maybe it's time to lean into it.
And there you have the spider jump scare. That is a pretty cool tabletop, I must admit. Now here we have some more Wednesday animatronics, including Wednesday herself. Let's see what she does. Certainly a very interesting dance. I know that was a viral sensation last year, and it would make sense that they chose the animatronic to put it on. Now here's, I believe, the Cousin It animatronic. I think that's this dude's name. The try me button fell down, but let's press it. Just the classic Addams Family theme, and you have a little bit of dancing. I like that a lot. That is actually pretty cool. $200 is very overpriced for that, though. But if you're a Addams Family fan or a fan of the Wednesday show, I see that being worth it for you. Here we got this big skull stack here, a huge cauldron, and this awesome looking massive podium, I guess, or pedestal. Cool there. We got this big tombstone over here. Let's take a look at some of the tabletops now. Here we got this Spellbinder's guidebook. Let's see what this does. Just a simple sort of door knocker almost thing going on there. Here we got this little snow globe. Doesn't really spin or anything, but you got a cool light going on inside there. And we got one of the crawling hands. Watch him crawl forward. That's pretty cool. Here we got this telephone. Ooh, lights up. That's something I haven't seen yet. Pretty neat, pretty neat. Here we have a little Cousin It. Move the try me button for the big one up there out of the way. We have a tabletop version of him though. Let's see what he does. Just makes the noise. I don't think this one's working. Let's see the one behind it. I don't think so. Yeah, these, I guess, don't move. Weird. Here we already checked out her. Here we have, I guess, I don't even know who this is supposed to be.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's happening! Hang on, moving out!
I guess. And here we have, oh, look at this radio with the hand actually turning it on. That's actually a pretty smart concept. Let's take a look. That is actually a really cool concept.
There's a good chance I'm just enjoying myself.
Alright, I must admit that is actually a really cool tabletop. So much Wednesday merchandise. We got this little light, flickers and makes sounds. Pretty cool. Take a look at this big skull globe. That's actually a pretty cool concept there. Got all the countries. Take a look. Here we got this really cool skeleton on a horse. The lantern just lights up there. We got a creepy girl. Does this do anything? No, this is just like a static sort of thing. And ooh, look at this bird here. It's actually a pretty cool looking tabletop. Pretty creepy. I like how the bird moves on there. Certainly pretty cool animation. Here we got this big skull that lights up and some smaller skulls.
Here we have the Disney Haunted Mansion section now, and we got some more animatronics to look at here. We got this absolutely massive Headless Knight. Well, I guess he has his head, but he is beheaded. That is actually pretty cool looking. Yeah, I like that. I think it's cool. I don't remember him on the ride at all, but still very cool looking. I do like that guy for sure. Here you have the Haunted Mansion pillar here, if you're a fan of that. I guess this is one of the tombstones in the queue of the ride here, this cat. Here we got this other big pillar tombstone. Reminds me of the Washington Monument. Here we have some pathway markers of the hitchhiking ghosts. I like how these guys look. And here we have a beheaded woman. I guess she's from the Haunted Mansion as well, I would assume. Not exactly sure though. Yeah, nowhere near as good as the Knight. The head looks really, really stupid there. Look, you could see inside of the bottom of her head. It's just filled with hair. That is pretty dumb. We'll do them one more time though. Can't even hear what she's saying. You know, let's do the Knight again too. Just basically repeats the same little grim, grinning ghost songs. Pretty cool. That's all right. Here we have some Haunted Mansion tabletop merchandise now. Got this little snow globe. That's pretty cool. We got another little snow globe here. That's awesome. And we got this, does this work? Let's see what this does. Just plays the song and lights up. Definitely cool. Here we got this door knocker. Lights up and plays the song as well. Here we have some books. This has been sold for like 1 billion years, so not much there. All right, let's stop all these. All right, next up we got this gargoyle one, the lantern. Lights up there. It's pretty cool looking. Here we got the tombstone, the Madame Leota tombstone. Mouth doesn't move, which is kind of unfortunate, but oh well. Here we got this other big tombstone. I guess another one from the front of the ride. And here's the boxes for all the merchandise we just showed you. And there's some inflatables as well. That's cool. Here is our next section, the harvest stuff, and I guess we got these two twins on the swing as well. Let's start with everyone's favorite, the Rappin' Reaper. Boo, ba boo, boo, ba boo. Amazing. I think this is the best prop Techie Toys has ever produced. I'm being sarcastic, of course, but for what it is, I guess it's pretty funny looking. It's way bigger in person than I ever expected. pretty cool. Here we got this flaming spider pumpkin. You got some green flames inside of there. That's awesome. Try to give you a look at its back there. Yeah, that's cool. We got the little pumpkin guy back there. And here we got the big pumpkin jump scare. This, in my opinion, is basically a Lil Jack Carver ripoff from Spirit Halloween last year, but let's see what he does.
Walk no further. Death surrounds you.
Well, it's a very, very intense jump scare, but not worth $200 in my opinion. That is very expensive for that. Here we got these little pathway markers. Enter if you dare. I love the little flame effect inside them. And then here we got this tombstone back here. That is a weak jump scare right there. Yeah, not a fan of that one at all. Pretty bad looking. Even the tombstone doesn't look that great. Do them one more time though. Yeah, not impressed. And finally, here we have the swinging girls. Let's see what these do. Yeah, these are the worst ones here. These just kind of look like crap. I mean, this is probably Techie Toys' worst animatronic they may have ever made. It's not creepy, it is just dumb. I'm sorry. Why are they both on each other's shoulders? That is just so stupid looking. I mean, I guess it's pretty unique for a swinging prop, but not good. Unique doesn't always mean good. Well, that was it for the animatronics up here, and they, for the most part, I guess were fine. Not a big fan of these three, but the Rappin' Reaper is a modern classic, if you ask me. Anyways, we got a whole bunch of merchandise now, a whole bunch of pumpkins and other stuff, so let's take a look. We got this pumpkin waddler, I guess. This guy actually looks pretty cool. Let's see what he does. There's a try me for him. Oh, on the foot, all right. Okay, don't want you falling off. The audio is horrific, but can't lie, I do like the design. I'm not a big fan of the waddlers, but this is a really cool little pumpkin monster for sure. Definitely my sort of thing here. I would appreciate it if the feet were like roots or sticks, like the arms, but yeah, pretty cool, except for the horrific, dumb sounding audio. We'll turn them off. Here we just have some standard Lowe's pumpkins. Let's see them light up. Yeah, these have been sold for years now, and I have to say I've always liked this sort of style they went with for these. Here you just have some more generic little pumpkins. I would call these things pumpkin pedestals here, so you just put your pumpkin on top, and it makes it look like it has a little body. I've always liked those. We got this very, very wide pumpkin, and we got another one of these cool-looking, miserable pumpkins. Cool lighting effect for sure. We got another one below. Let's see what this one lights do. Same sort of flickering thing there. These are always pretty neat. Here we got this talking pumpkin with a candle on its head. That's an interesting design choice. Let's take a look. Now that would make sense if this dude was a ghost, but he's a pumpkin if you couldn't tell. Do him again. You know, I do like these gemmy talking pumpkins, not for that much money though. I do have a big one from Home Depot a few years back. Big fan of these, this line here, but very expensive. Here we got this mouth stretch pumpkin. All right, that is just kind of fun to play with there. Really cool sort of concept here. I don't know if the execution was perfect. I think it could have been a little bit better, but I do like how these look a lot. It almost looks like he has candy corn teeth. That's cool. It's supposed to be like the stringy pumpkin guts inside. Now here we got the older brother, the much, much bigger older brother, I have to say. Absolutely huge version of the one we just took a look above it. Let's see. Yeah, once again, that is extremely, extremely fun to play with. This is a cool, cool pumpkin, though, for sure. Kind of scary looking, to be honest. Oh, and that motor does not sound like it's too happy right now. Here we got another little pumpkin waddler guy, I guess. Let's see what it does. No, it's a talking one. Never mind. I like the sticks on it's a little pumpkin monster, I guess. You know, you got the feet there. And I do like the stick arms, but why is this one like attached to its face like that there? It looks really weird. I don't like how that looks, but I do like the stick arms on these little pumpkins here. They're cool.
The master will love you. Right this way.
Yeah, I want them to keep it up with these little talking pumpkins, though. I really like those. And then underneath, we got a box for the pumpkin spider and just a little pumpkin stack and a big white pumpkin. Here we have our final little section up above. Here we just got some normal family-friendly Halloween decorations now. And these are great. I mean, it's not my thing personally, but, you know, if you do a nice little family-friendly Halloween display, this is great, especially the Snoopy one. We got this little Snoopy blow molds right there. I guess he's dressed up as a vampire. I like that a lot. We also got these sort of LED signs here of a pumpkin and a ghost. Really cool stuff. Here we got the boxes for the inflatables, which we'll take a look at the end, and take a look at all these brand new huge blow molds they have from a whole bunch of different licenses. We got Minions, the Snoopy one we just looked at, Stitch, Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse, and just a little dog. I have to say, it is cool that they're started making blow molds again, all these different companies. And I do like the Stitch one a lot, as he's dressed as a little pirate. That's really cool.
Here we have some big tombstones now. I'm pretty sure this one will probably light up. These are cool looking, I guess. Not terrible. Oh, they do have a try me. Let's see. All right, white lighting on the eyes and candles, not bad at all. And I do like the look of it, especially the moss. That's a very unique touch. This one also has the moss going on with it, and the candles will just right up there. The dead will rise. Let's hope so, for Halloween at least. Here we have some big skeletons. Take a look at this jumbo posable skeleton here. And then we have some smaller posable skeletons. And the implications of that are very bad once you actually think about it for a few seconds. More jumbo skeletons. Some wires. Not Halloween, but they are orange.
Here we have some more posable skeletons now. Just your standard Halloween, normal, human-sized posable skeletons with the standard light-up eyes.
Here we got some pumpkin carving equipment here. Take a look at this little skeleton that you could set up to have popping out of the top of the pumpkin there. It's actually really cool, and he does light up. Really cool classic Halloween stuff there.
Now here we got a whole bunch of inflatables. You got Chucky, Michael Myers, and is that what I think it is? Is that a Squid Games inflatable? What the heck? That is so stupid and so funny. We got Bluey, Scooby-Doo, a Minion. We got a Stitch one, a Paw Patrol's one, Mickey and Minnie as ghosts, a big Mickey Mouse, and oh, Batman? That's awesome. I'm a huge Batman fan. Love to see that. And Toothless, which is also cool, and just a normal spooky tree with some spooky characters.
How's it going, guys? It's the Pixelated Pumpkin.
And today, Party City has invited me to an exclusive event to see all their brand new for 2024 Halloween animatronics in person and get a great look at them for you guys. So in today's video, we'll be taking a look at all that, plus some extra little surprises at the end. And I want to give one big thank you to Party City for giving me this opportunity. And with that, let's get this video, or rather I should say, let's get this party started. So here is our first prop, Embers, the groundbreaking pumpkin. So if you guys remember Rattles last year, because he's being sold again at Party City this year, this is basically Rattles' little brother, Embers. So he's a little bit shorter at 4 feet tall, but honestly I have to say this guy is awesome and definitely better than Embers in my opinion, because it's a pumpkin and I am the Pixelated Pumpkin. So obviously I'm going to take the pumpkin over the skeleton any day of the week. But Embers is a great one, especially with that black light functionality. He just shines in the dark so nicely. It looks awesome. I really like this one a lot, and he does feel very big in person. The size difference between him and Rattles is noticeable. Rattles just has such a massive presence, but Embers, no doubt, is definitely a big one, and he will definitely stick out in your yard display if you decide to get him. Here is the Contaminated Kid, and this was one of the props I was most looking forward to seeing in person. I gotta say, he definitely lived up to the hype. He is gigantic in person, such a big prop, definitely a large presence, and just such a cool and unique character as well. The fog capabilities and effects on this one are awesome. One of the goats has it come out of his nose, the other one has it come out of his mouth, and I think it just looks so cool. The detailing for the mold here as well is amazing. These two look like real goats with some gross scratches on them. Just really awesome. This guy is primarily made out of a blow mold, so his heads and his legs are the only thing that's detached from the torso. So he's mainly one big plastic piece, and he's very durable as well. This is some really good quality plastic they used on this guy. And overall, I just have to say the Contaminated Kid is something I originally thought would just be sort of a side prop, kind of something you put in the background of your display, but this guy sticks out for sure. Trust me, he's a very big piece with a lot of great uses and potential for Halloween yard displays, so I'm very excited to see how you guys utilize him this coming season. Here we have one of two Terrifier animatronics Party City is bringing us this year, being the Pale Girl. Now, the Pale Girl is an interesting one for sure. I gotta say, the animation on this one is the true standout. I love the little wave she does, as well as the head tilt. The head tilt is honestly really creepy, and she also shakes the possum around that she's holding, as well as turning from side to side. So you're getting a lot of animation here in such a small package. I really think the Pale Girl is awesome. I love the detailing on her face. It's really realistic and really creepy. And she is definitely one of the better creepy little girl animatronics we've gotten from any company in recent years. So overall, the Pale Girl is awesome for a great price too, less than $200. Again, for all that animation plus such a creepy prop, I definitely think it's worth it.
Lizzie Borden took an axe. Gave her mother 40 whacks. When I saw what she had done, I thought that was
Here we have Hacking Heidi. I know when this prop was first revealed, a lot of people were ragging on it for having such a weird looking face, including myself. But I gotta be honest, in person, the face looks a lot better. I think the lighting in the video that Party City released just really didn't do it justice, but it's actually a pretty cool looking and creepy face. I do like it quite a bit. Nothing is fixing that hairline though. Anyways, Hacking Heidi is a great value prop, and only $150, I think you're getting a pretty good package here. We never get too many human serial killer props that aren't from a license, so I really like when we get those original ones, and Hacking Heidi obviously falls into that category. So for me, she's definitely a special prop. I think the animation is cool on this one as well. They did tell us that the reason she doesn't swing it forward is for safety reasons, so for that I understand. But anyways, I have to say Hacking Heidi definitely has grown on me a lot since my last video I made on Party City. So yeah, Hacking Heidi actually ended up being pretty cool. Now here is the other Terrifier prop, being the main man himself, Art the Clown. And honestly, this is a great one, and it's so nice to see an indie movie getting animatronics made of it. That's something I never thought we would see, but it is really cool that we actually have, again, an indie film getting their own animatronics at Party City. So again, Art the Clown is of course the main villain of the Terrifier franchise, or protagonist if you want to look at it that way. But this animatronic here is a
great depiction of him, very accurate to the movie, and I love how he is bloody. That is definitely the big thing here, the amount of blood they put on this guy, because if you've seen the Terrifier movies, oh boy, you know there is a lot of blood spilled in those. Anyways, I think the animation is also great on this one. His head has a very sort of interesting sort of circular kind of motion to it. It's very slow, but you do notice it, and it adds a very lifelike layer onto the character for sure. I also love the sound effects of the hacksaw going, as well as the horn tooting. Really great stuff there. And of course, he does come included with his sunglasses, which is a staple of the character, because he does indeed wear them in that one scene. Overall, I think this Art the Clown is great. Features a lot of animation and for sure a lot of scares as well. For this next animatronic, I'll keep it really brief, but the drop-down Scarecrow is back for another season at Party City this year. I think he was a great one to bring back because he's one of the best jump scares of all time in my opinion. So yeah, this guy is really cool. Again, a great jump scare, and it's good to see him back.
Test your luck as you dare to grasp the treasures within. With a steady hand, you could claim your very own spooky companion.
But beware! These ghoulish prizes have a trick or two up their sleeves.
Our next animatronic might very well be my favorite one from Party City this year, being the Skill Crane. Now this thing is awesome. For one, the moving claw at the top is just such a nice detail. I love that so much. That kind of brings the whole prop together for me. As well as that jump scare teddy bear. Definitely a very good scare indeed. He really blends in under the balls there. You're not going to notice this guy, and you're not going to see him coming, unless of course you're watching this video, so you do know what's coming. But he will be very, very unsuspecting for the uninitiated, and I'm really excited to see people's reactions to his jump scare. I feel like if you set this guy up in front of your house on Halloween and have people go up to press the button, they will not be ready for that jump scare. This is definitely an awesome jump scare prop, and just such a unique one in general. This is definitely the first time we've ever had an arcade machine as a prop before, so that is definitely a massive positive. Overall, the Skill Crane is awesome and a very, very good jump scare. Next up, we have Cthulhu from the classic H.P. Lovecraft story, Call of Cthulhu. Now, the cool thing about this guy is that the lines he says, which I had to include too because that voice is so awesome, are lifted straight from the story themselves, lines taken exactly from Cthulhu's mouth in the story and put into this prop, which I think is genius and awesome. Now, as for the prop itself, it is a behemoth. I mean, this thing is just enormous on every level. It's 8 feet tall, which is already really tall for a prop, but this guy is just an absolute behemoth. His head is enormous, the lantern he holds is probably the size of a human head, and his massive tentacle hand is like, honestly, maybe like 2 feet long. This thing is insane and just an absolutely massive prop, and it's so cool that we're seeing an H.P. Lovecraft character get made into a prop. Of course, Cthulhu is the most famous one. I'm shocked this is the first time we're actually seeing a Cthulhu animatronic, and I'm really happy because I think they did a stellar job here. I'm still a little bit iffy on the wings. I think they look much better in person though, and honestly, I'm just in love with this guy. The animation as well is also really cool. He obviously moves that giant lantern from side to side, as well as the wings moving back and forth. I have to say the wing animation is really awesome. Overall, Cthulhu is an incredible animatronic and absolutely huge.
Don't be afraid. Come closer. My scorching flames will burn a hole into your soul. Come one, come all, my soul burns to show you a good time.
Now here is the main attraction himself, Dr. Payne. And I have to say, this one is just awesome on every level. Seeing this guy in person honestly made me love him so much more than I did originally. I'll start off with his size. He is enormous. Again, a very, very tall prop. I believe he's 9 feet tall. Just an insane height. He's towering over you, and you can see his face very well at that height. That was one of my concerns, that you really want to be able to get that good of a look at his face, but I feel like you still can, even if it's just one side of it, as that's the way he's positioned. Still, really, really cool looking face as well. I love his design. I love his hat. His red jacket he has is really cool. The whole black and red color scheme works well here too. And obviously that fog effect is the best part of this prop. How he holds the torch to his mouth and then you have that fire ejecting from his mouth. Or obviously it's fog, but I think they sell the effect very well here. The animation is great too. I love how he slowly lifts it to his mouth and then boom, there goes the smoke. And it looks so, so cool. I also love this guy's voice and phrases. It is really intimidating sounding. Overall, Dr. Payne seems to be the fan favorite, and that's for a good reason for sure. Dr. Payne is awesome. Next up, we have the Art the Clown baby doll. They've been doing these for the past few years, and I have to say, I've always liked the concept. It's nice to see some new faces being added to this lineup. Obviously, the Art the Clown one is great, along with the Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre one. That one is also awesome too. Overall, these are really nice items. $50, I think they're pretty fair priced. What you're getting here is very high quality and honestly very detailed as well. They're able to pack a lot of detail into these little guys. So overall, these are great tabletop items. Definitely really cool collector's items from the licenses. Next up, we have an officially licensed Evil Dead Necronomicon, and I think this is an awesome tabletop for sure. You have some crazy laughing sound effects, and the book opens up to reveal flames and lights inside. It is a really, really cool one, especially just the book cover itself is super detailed and super creepy looking, so this one is definitely a must-buy for any Evil Dead fan. Moving on to Shelly the Disco Skelly, this has to be one of the most unique skeletons ever made. It is of course a disco ball skeleton. All those little mirrors you see on there, 90,000 of them are all put on one at a time. So that explains the high price tag of $200. But honestly, this thing would take forever to make yourself. So I think that price is definitely warranted here. I think they said it took almost a whole week, if not a little bit longer, to put all those on. So that is really, really cool. And I absolutely love the idea. We also have this little baby disco skelly. I'm not too sure about the implications of a baby skeleton, but it is still a very, very cool little piece here. $80 if you want something a little bit smaller and a little bit less expensive. It's basically the same thing, again, just a little bit smaller. So I think these are both fantastic and both really unique and honestly, very smart idea. Now here are just a few extra goodies that Party City gave to us that I wanted to highlight, so thank you to them. Anyways, we have this incredible Art the Clown mask. It's not really a mask, it's more meant for display, but this is actually sculpted and made by the guy who's doing the special effects for the third movie, so I think that is really, really awesome. It is super, super detailed and very, very accurate look. This is probably one of the best Art the Clown masks out there. And now for these cookies, I just had to talk about this. These cookies were given to everybody. They had a whole bunch of them there. They tasted really good, and obviously the art on them is amazing. You got Shelly the Disco Skelly, Embers, Dr. Payne, the Claw Machine. It is all there on this cookie. It is so cool. The detailing is insane. I don't know how they made these. I brought one home. Honestly, I don't want to eat it. I want to save this thing because it is just so awesome. But yeah, this thing is really cool and definitely very tasty as well. Well, everybody, that's going to do it for my Party City Halloween 2024 animatronic event video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like and let Party City know that you want to see me at more events in the future. I'm really looking forward to whatever they have in store next. Also, be sure to check online and in-store to see what animatronics you could get. And with that, everybody, be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know which was your favorite animatronic in the comments below. And thank you to Party City one more time. And with that, remember, nobody outpixelates the pumpkin.
How's it going, guys? It's the Pixelated Pumpkin, and in today's video, as you can see, we are at the Spirit Halloween Flagship store. They got 500 in line. That's right, perfect 500, baby. But anyways, let's go inside and take a look at all the brand new Spirit Halloween 2024 animatronics and theme.
And here we are inside the Carnival. How awesome is this? Now, unfortunately, I will have to do a voiceover for this video. It was so loud in there, you couldn't even hear the animatronics. Anyways, here's our first guy, Ghostface. Now, we have had a few Ghostface animatronics in the past, but this is for sure one of the better ones. Originally, I wasn't too thrilled with this guy. I thought he looked a little bit disproportionate in his stock photos. I wasn't a big fan of how shiny his outfit was because it really doesn't look like that in the movie. But honestly, this thing turned out to be really cool in person. I definitely like it a lot better than I originally did. I'm still not the biggest fan of the head tilt, and the knife stabbing motion, while very violent, still feels a little robotic. But overall, this is actually a very solid Ghostface prop, and the ability to switch out the mask and the knife is still pretty neat. Here we have the Ringmaster, possibly one of my favorites for the year now that I got to see him in person. This guy is just something else. Talk about one of the most unique props Spirit Halloween has to offer this year. Having a projector built inside this dude's body is something I never would have thought of in 100 years. This is definitely one of the most creative and innovative usages of a projector on a prop we've ever seen yet, and I think this has potential to be reused for props to come. I think the ghostly skulls that float on this guy's stomach is so cool looking, and just the character of the Ringmaster in general is really cool. His voice is great, his look is great, his animation is great, and his special projector gimmick is awesome. I absolutely love it. Overall, this guy just has to be one of the coolest props Spirit Halloween has made in a while. Seriously innovative stuff here, and I really want to see more like this in the future. And while the Ringmaster might not be the most scary prop this year, he is certainly one of the most unique, interesting, and innovative props of all time. And I know the projector doesn't look that good in the store, but it's just because it's too bright. I'm sure it looks fantastic in the dark. That's it for the archway animatronic, so let's take a look at the archway itself. I absolutely love these synchronized bulbs. How cool is that? Here's the back of the archway now, and take a look at this cool poster they have hanging up here. You have all the animatronics on it and little QR codes. And behind Ghostface, we have a Henry Hustle poster. Why Henry Hustle? I have no idea, but he is certainly a cool clown, and this is a cool poster. Overall, this is just such an awesome archway theme. I'm actually a really big fan of it. I think the colors really pop here, as well as the bulb lighting is just so cool. The sign itself, welcome to the Carnival, is awesome. We got two great animatronics here, and the Jack the Reaper with the light up eye is also awesome. Moving into the theme, we have the Spirit Halloween's Fortune Booth ISE part here. We'll get into that Fortune Booth in just a second. But the animatronics featured on this side of the ISE are Towering Tallulah and Dark Princess. Starting with Dark Princess here, we have possibly one of the strangest and creepiest looking jump scare props Spirit Halloween has given us this year. But I'm not complaining because I love the strange, dark, and mysterious. I think they executed it really well on this prop. My only complaint with Dark Princess is that it kind of feels like a whole bunch of different props thrown together. The wings really don't match here, but I think they're a welcome addition regardless. I love the face, though it isn't as cool in person as I was kind of hoping it was. I really think the sculpt for the face should have been more detailed. It's very smooth looking in person, which kind of takes away from the realism. But other than that, I think this is a great simple little jump scare prop with a very, very scary and cool design. Here is Towering Tallulah, another Mr. Dark reskin, and in terms of Mr. Dark reskins, this one is for sure the worst. I think the phrase is pretty cool on it, but the design is really lacking, and it feels like a very generic witch. I don't even think the face on this one looks very witch-like, to be honest with you. It almost looks like a goblin, and not a really scary or good-looking one at that. Overall, I just really think Towering Tallulah was an unnecessary one, and definitely unnecessary to have in stores. I think if this was an online only, I wouldn't care as much, but the fact that Rick Ratman or Shirley Stab could have been in this one's place just really pisses me off, to be honest with you. Now for the Spirit Fortunes booth itself, I think this is a great photo op piece here. It seems like they're doing the photo ops a little bit more this year, which I think is cool. They really never integrated one into a theme quite like this before, and I think they did a good job. Choosing a fortune booth for something like this definitely fits with the whole carnival vibe, and I think the crystal ball thingy on this one looks really cool actually, with that cool sort of swirling gold effect inside of it. Really great stuff there. Overall, this part of the ISE and the two animatronics here, besides Tallulah, everything is great in my opinion. Here we are in the Wheel of Fate side of the ISE, and our first animatronic here is Max Straw, and I have to say, I'm actually quite disappointed by this guy. He is a lot smaller than I thought he would be. I thought he was going to be one of those props that was just huge in person, but he's actually a lot smaller than the average prop, which I was really surprised to see. I think he's just an okay scarecrow with a very unique face, but the face really doesn't work all that great for me. I can see a lot of people liking this guy, but just the simple head turning is not enough for this guy to be a really cool scarecrow in my opinion. I think you're better off going to Big Lots this year and getting the one with the crows circling around its head, because I think it's about the same price, if not a little bit cheaper. And honestly, as far as scarecrows go, Max Straw is definitely not one of my favorites, unfortunately. This is Giant Death Ray, or Spirit's first attempt at what I would like to call a giga prop. This guy is 10 feet tall, so it's Spirit's tallest prop this year by a landslide. This thing definitely sticks out in the store, and I think it looks really cool for the most part. I still am not the biggest fan of the face on this one. It looks a little bit too zombie-ish rather than alien for my liking, but I think the lights on the body are honestly awesome here, and I like how they sort of synchronize and animate, like they flow up and down his body. That's really, really cool looking. The only thing I wish was he had lights on his legs as well, but other than that, Giant Death Ray is a really cool alien. It's pretty cool how he has animation as well. I think the head movement on this guy is pretty solid for the most part. I think as far as giga props go, this is definitely a cool one for sure. Now for the Wheel of Fate booth itself, and this is a great part of the ISE. Better than the Fortune booth? We'll see in a minute. But anyways, of course you could actually spin the Wheel of Fate as I did here. Sorry, now you are dead inside. I sure was dead inside after waiting 5 hours to get into the store. Anyways, I think this is a great part of the ISE. I love, again, how you could spin the wheel. Really cool. The design of the tent as well is awesome, and I love how they have the plushies hanging on the side like they're actual prizes you could win. But no, you gotta pay top dollar for these plushies. I'll also comment about sort of the design philosophy they used for this old school carnival aesthetic. The color palette and the design features I think are great. It's spot on and really cool. Moving to the last part of the front theme, we are at the Down the Duck game. Here we have Art the Clown and the Cremator. And starting off with the Cremator, I have to be honest, I am still not thrilled by this guy, like, at all. It is just a really unimpressive and boring design in my opinion. The flame effect really isn't that great on this guy. I've seen it done so much better in so many other places before. And just again, the design is boring and unrealistic, and it's literally just another cloaked Reaper basically, with no skull face. It's just a cloak. And speaking about the skull on this thing, it is way too small and just honestly really dumb looking. It's very plasticky. So overall, the Cremator, in my opinion, just kinda sucks. Here we have another licensed prop being Art the Clown, and this guy looks fantastic in person. I really like the animation he has. The little hand wave he does is very creepy indeed, and the face is very accurate to the movie. I have to say this guy is definitely better than the Party City one in my opinion. I could safely say that now after seeing both of them in person. And once again, for accuracy, this one just knocks it out of the ballpark. I think it's really cool how he also comes included with his sunflower glasses. Overall, this is a great prop, and I'm really happy to see an indie movie getting some representation at a store like this. It's rare to see, but I'm really happy an independent film has its own Halloween animatronic now. That is really cool in my opinion. And the last prop a part of the Down the Duck game is Sitting Scarecrow, which is a classic prop you can't go wrong with. I have nothing bad to say about this guy here. Fantastic jump scare, super nice, super simple, and super great. And this is actually the only returning prop set up in stores this year, which I think is awesome, meaning the new props get all the spotlight, which is just great in my opinion. The less returning props from previous years set up in stores, the better in my opinion. And now to talk about the Down the Duck game part of the theme itself, which is definitely my favorite part of the front theme. This is just awesome. I love how you have the ducks spinning around in the background there. That's really cool, and the design on them is really creepy. Really great stuff there. I also love the blaster prop activators. That is just so smart and so cool in my opinion. They look awesome, and I love how they light up when you actually click the button on it. Those are definitely going to be a hot ticket item at the ISE sale this year. I honestly think they should just sell them as prop activators in the store. I know they're not the most practical prop activators for actual displays, but I think they're still so awesome and so cool looking regardless. And the fact that you can actually aim them and move them around, that is just so cool as well. Really awesome stuff there. And for the Down the Duck booth itself, it fits in with the rest of it. The design aesthetic here is perfectly executed. And again, I love those bulb lights you have lining this thing. Overall, the Down the Duck game is definitely the best part of the front theme in my opinion. Here we are in the back theme, and honestly, I don't even know if I can call the back theme anymore, because it's more like a full double-sided walk-around theme, which is really interesting this year. This is the first year they've done anything like this, and I'm not sure whether I love it yet. I guess we'll find out. Anyways, here we have this side of it, which I'll call the big clown one, because you got the clown on top there. Anyways, we'll start off with Wanda Webworth. Wanda is great. Let me just get that out of the way first. I think this is such a unique and creative animatronic and a very cool character design, but I do have some problems with it more than I originally did after seeing it in person, and I have to say I don't think she's my favorite from Spirit Halloween this year anymore, but she's definitely up there. Overall, once again, Wanda is really unique and really creative, and definitely the scariest prop from Spirit Halloween this year. Even if you don't have a fear of spiders, I think seeing this spider monster in person is sure to give you quite the chill up your spine. As for my problems now, I just think Wanda is a little bit too small, at least her main body. I think if it was just a little bit bigger, it would have solved some of the problems I have with this thing. The legs are just way too freakishly long and look like chicken legs, to be honest. And I think they kind of look like they're just propping up her body rather than actually being attached to her as a part of her body, so they just look a little strange. But overall, besides her being just a little bit too small for my liking, I think this is still a great prop and definitely one of the most creative character designs we've seen from Spirit Halloween in a good while. Cotton Candy Dan, the favorite clown from this year, and while I still really like this guy's concept, and I think it's definitely a unique clown for sure, I'm not really as hyped about him as I was originally. For one big reason, he just doesn't look that great in person. Whatever they did to him in the stock photos and his website video clearly was not made for the final prop, because the final prop just kind of looks plasticky. I still really love this guy though, don't get me wrong. I think the lighting on it is great, especially the purple lighting inside the cotton candy tub. I think for the overall design, it's still cool. I wish there was more detail on this guy though, for sure. It's really lacking in that department. The clothes are just as clean as can be. I really feel like they should have gave him cotton candy puffs all over his body, like he got it all over himself. That would have been cool. And I'm still split whether I like the skeletal look of the face or not. But overall, Cotton Candy Dan is still cool in my opinion, and definitely a great clown from Spirit Halloween. Going from one very creative clown prop to one not so creative clown prop, at least in terms of the visual design, we have Nibbles. Now, before I talk about this guy being a technical marvel, at least in terms of Halloween animatronics, This guy's design is very weak in my opinion. It is just a very standard looking SVI clown with not much to do that makes it stick out. And at this point, I'm so used to seeing clowns like this, I just can't even bother to care anymore. So enough of talking about this guy's design, let's talk about this guy's technical achievements, the motion tracking technology. This is really awesome. As you'll see, we have Joseph Mayan from Spooky News demonstrating it for me in this video here. This is just such a cool idea, and I think in execution, it turned out pretty much how I expected, which is, while it's not that great, I still think it achieves the effect pretty well. I wasn't expecting it to be perfect by any means, but I think for the most part, they achieved it really well here, and I hope to see more props that do this in the future. The only part about this technology that bothers me is the phrases on this guy, which of course isn't at the fault of the technology, but this guy makes comments about how he has his eye on you, and I think that's just really corny in my opinion. But once again, it is a corny looking clown, so once again, what do I expect for this guy? Anyways, I think the motion tracking is still a really cool feature, and Nibbles, while not being groundbreaking in terms of the design department, the technology department, it certainly is. Now it's time to talk about the tickets side, I guess I'll call it, or big clown side, as I said before, of the back theme. I'm just going to call it the back theme for sake of simplicity. Anyways, this side is honestly a little bit bare. I think it's cool how you have the big clown on top, of course. I really like how that looks, especially with the light up eyes. And I do like the lighting for sure with the bulb lights once again. But inside Wanda's ticket booth, I just feel like you're missing a lot in there. I really think there should have at least been a few fire and ice lights set up inside, just to add a little bit more color to the lighting of the theme here. But besides Wanda, it's just a very empty little box. You have those two little posters on the back there. I'm not a big fan of the coloring on them. They're very plain and dry, really. I wish we had more character posters back there. That would have been cool. I think the ticket booth here is also way too big. It takes up basically a giant part of the theme, when I feel like if it was shrunk down a little bit, we could have probably fit 1 or 2 more animatronics on either side of it here. Or you could even probably fit like 2 animatronics inside the ticket booth itself, not just Wanda. So I'm a little bit confused why they made it so big when there's so many animatronics in store this year that they could have put in. But again, whatever. I think overall this is a fine side. The clown on top really carries the theming here, but the other side is luckily much more detailed, so let's take a look at that right now. Here is the world famous sideshow side of the back theme. We have Emily and Victor from Corpse Ride, Barnaby, and Bobby Strings. Let's start with Bobby. Bobby. Has there ever been a prop this divisive before? I'm honestly not sure. Bobby Strings seems to have the whole community split whether he is good or not, and I think I fall into the camp that doesn't think he's good. From the very beginning, even before we heard what this dude sounded like, I was openly critical about how I think it is too cute looking and not scary enough. Just through sheer size of this guy alone, him being that big, I'm starting to think he's a little bit more creepy than I originally determined, but still, I think the face could have looked so much better on this one. It is just way too cute and just cartoony looking. I think if he had hollowed out eyes, that would have been enough. It just sucks because there's so much you could do to make a puppet look creepy and scary, and this guy just does none of it, like, whatsoever. Also, the phrases, yeah, they suck. They really do. It is just so goofy, silly. If there was ever a prop made for little babies, this one is it right here. I just think it is big and dumb looking. I think the concept is fantastic, though, and I really hope we get another chance to see a prop like this in the future that's actually scary this time. But as for it stands right now, Bobby Strings just kinda sucks. Here we have another prop I originally found to be stupid and dumb and just not scary at all. And to be honest with you guys, I kind of feel the same after seeing him in person, but he's definitely grown on me a little bit. I still think Barnaby is kind of a failed execution, and you could do something much more scary with a bear than this. But you'll be happy to hear after seeing him in person, he's definitely grown on me. Not that much, but still, he's grown on me. Barnaby has some great animation. I love the balancing on the ball act. It fits in perfectly with the theme for this year, with it not being a clown, so I have to commend Spirit Halloween for that right there. And I think the design of the mouth is certainly great, though I would have appreciated a lot of blood all over his mouth. As for the bear itself, though, I think the rest of it is just kind of weak. It's not scary, and it looks more like a teddy bear than an actual bear, which it shouldn't be going for. And the eyebrows just look stupid on this guy. It just makes me laugh. I'm sorry, it really does. Overall, I'm not scared of Barney. I think Barnaby is probably the least scary Spirit Halloween animatronic this year besides Bobby Strings. And it's probably my second least favorite prop this year besides Bobby Strings. Can't forget this guy. Here we have Gray Jumping Spider, and what do you want me to say? It is a jumping spider, something we've seen for the past almost 15 years, I want to say. Just gray now. I feel like we've had something similar with this with like the UV jumping spider, which I would have preferred to see got brought back, but whatever. A gray jumping spider. It's a fine color variant, I guess. I think I prefer the brown and black one over this, but it's still cool. Here we have the two best licensed props from this year being Emily and Victor from Corpse Bride. I have to say these both are absolutely astonishing. The blinking, the servo movement in the head, and the side-to-side movement on both of them make such lifelike characters, and that's just their animation. The design of these things look like they were pulled straight out of the movie flawlessly here. I mean, these two are both beautiful. I'll be honest with you guys. It is literally like they just plucked them straight out of the movie and brought them into real life. I definitely prefer Emily over Victor here just because Victor is pretty much Johnny Depp if he was stop motion, so I'm not really sure why people would buy him, at least individually. I know there's going to be a ton of people who buy both of these, but that's almost $600 right there for both. So I have a feeling more people are going to go for just Emily alone. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a whole bunch of extra Victors at the end of the year. Because who just wants to buy Victor, right? Like, Emily, while not being the main character of the movie, is the icon of that movie, right? So I think if Spirit was smart, they'd probably just make Victor an online only. But I have to say, when they're both set up in the store next to each other, it just looks awesome. It's so cool that they put these two on this little stage here, which we'll talk about in a second. Anyways, I think these two are great. Once again, the design is phenomenal along with the animation, and these might be two of the best licensed props of all time. Definitely up there for me. I love Corpse Bride, and these two are awesome. Now let's talk about the theming here, and I think it's great. I'm a huge fan of these rotating spotlights they used on Emily and Victor on the stage. I definitely prefer this side over the other one. It feels a lot more full and stuff. I also love the funhouse mirrors they used here too. That is just a staple of any carnival, so it's cool that they got included like this right here. So that's all the animatronics, but we're still missing one part of the theme, which is the walkthrough. So let's enter the funhouse. Alright everybody, finally here is the funhouse, and let's step inside. Here we go. We got a whole bunch of cool lighting in here, plus mirrors everywhere. This is a heavily mirrored walkthrough. There you could see me. Take a look at the hologram fans for this year. We got poor George swinging on it, going crazy. Really cool animations this year, I must say. Poor George is awesome. You got Jack the Reaper on there. Of course, like every year, there's always a Jack the Reaper on one of those hologram fans. And our last clown on it is a special one, being Silent and Deadly. This took me for a surprise. I was really happy to see this guy back. Hopefully they bring back the prop now. They really have to stop teasing us with putting these guys in just random places throughout the theming and stuff and their products and stuff. Just bring back the actual prop, please. Anyways, this is another great animation, really creepy with how he carves the smile onto the mirror. Really cool stuff. Overall, I like this walkthrough, but if I had one suggestion to give to Spirit Halloween, it would be to add a few twists and turns inside the walkthrough, like the 2019 theme. We really haven't seen a walkthrough that good since, I think. They've come close, I think, with this year especially, but I would really want to see something like 2019's walkthrough done again with actual screens. Forget the hologram fans, give us those screens again. I would love to see that, and add a few twists and turns. Overall, cool walkthrough, very cool animations on the hologram fans this year. And that is it for the Spirit Halloween 2024 Flagship Store grand opening. Alright everybody, that is going to do it for the Spirit Halloween 2024 Flagship Store grand opening tour. Now, overall, I have to say, this year was really good from Spirit Halloween. I like the theme a lot. The animatronics were really cool in person. And overall, everything was great. So be sure to like,
subscribe, leave me a comment saying which was your favorite animatronic or part of the theme in the comments below. And remember, nobody outpixelates the pumpkin. And there he is in real life, right there.
We got pixelated pumpkin